Welcome everyone to the Blocks of Spoken. It is I, Rob the Gamer 115, and joining me, as always, is Brett. Brett, what the
It is
fuck are we
I.
doing here?
Oh my god, Survivor 50's over. It's done. It's gone. It's not back here anymore. It's crazy.
Damn,
We we
wild.
we still got very great. I'm very excited for this episode. So, not too sad, I guess, that we're moving on from Survivor 50 cuz this is a very interesting episode with what we got planned.
Mhm. Yeah, you wanna talk about it, or am I?
Well, so I
This is
guess
kind of your
yeah.
brainchild. This one.
Yes. I did bring this up as a potential thing that we could do. So basically, I love to rank things. I know Rob also. I know he has his little like rank. I think yours was more of a. We're talking the seasons. Yours was more of a like kind of tier list kind of thing at first, if I'm not wrong,
Mhm.
right? Before.
So, I started ranking the seasons years ago, and eventually I kind of realized that a lot of the seasons in my mind could be subdivided into certain tiers. So it's like kind of a ranking, kind of a tier list. Nowadays, I don't really put too much stock into the ranks, more to the list in general, but
Hmm.
it
But
kind of
yeah.
does give like it's for me the rankings more shows like when there's a bigger gap from one
Yeah.
season to the next.
Hmm. For the sake of this episode, I made Rob put all the seasons in order though, because what we are doing is we are doing a Survivor season ranking combined. All right. So I have my list. I took my list of 50, his list of 50, and I took the average, meshed them together, and this is our coordinated list. Rob does not don't know the results. I know the results. We're going to go through them one by one, starting from the bottom, and kind of talk about our thoughts because there is a lot of interesting things, I will say. I mean, obviously you haven't
Mhm.
seen the list, but there will be some things to talk about for sure. Some differences, some similarities though. To be fair,
Now it's worth saying that I've seen all 50 seasons. You've seen, I believe, 49 out of 50 now.
yes, and I mean we will get to the one season I haven't seen probably pretty soon. I'll talk about how we kind of went through that, but I did binge watch in this past week Nicaragua. That was one of the two seasons I hadn't seen. I watched through the whole thing in like a couple days. Just did a little homework for this because I don't know. Out of the two that I hadn't
Not
seen, that was one that I was like, oh, I could watch that. The other one, maybe I'll get to it.
not
Maybe.
not to get too far ahead of myself, but this list that I sent you, I update my ranking all the time. Not to spoil where I have Nicaragua at the moment in the list I sent you, but I could probably see me putting it a bit higher.
Yeah. No, I had a good time. Not to just make. I mean, we'll talk about Nicaragua at
Yeah,
some
we'll get to
point.
Nicaragua when we get there.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
I'm
had a good time.
excited. I know what I put as my rankings. No idea really where your head's at.
Hmm.
So let's get into it, I guess, because we're gonna be here a while. Oh, I will say right off the gate, there's a chance that we split this into multiple parts. We'll see
Yeah.
how long we talk on each season.
I mean, you'll probably know already by the title of the video if this is. It's like, oh, bottom 25, see, or like whatever, part one.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, but I mean, you guys will probably know if this is a two-parter. But
Or maybe I just say screw it and we film it on multiple days and I edit it together and it's just a 5 hour
oh,
video. Who knows?
okay,
Probably not, but you know what? Fuck it, who knows?
yeah,
Alright.
okay.
Rat, please tell me we have the same season at number 50.
Well, I will say we don't, but
Oh.
the reason for that is because I have only seen 49 seasons. But we do
Okay.
have the same last place finisher coming in at number 50 is Island of the Idols. Number 49 for me, number 50 for Rob. Yeah.
Alright.
Um.
I was thinking about this earlier today, okay?
Mhm.
Because this is gonna. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this, okay? Imagine you're baking a cake, right?
Mhm.
You put in all of these great ingredients, okay?
Yep.
In theory, should make a great cake, right?
Oh yeah, I love some cake.
Alright, now imagine that someone went ahead and they took a shit in the cake.
that that is not
Now,
good.
now, suddenly cake no good, right?
Mm-mm,
Then
not at
you
all.
can say, oh, well, if you took the shit out of the cake, it would be a good cake. But there's no removing the shit out of the cake once it's in.
Nah, it lingers, like
So
it. Yeah.
instead of instead of talking about the obvious reason why it's actually ranked low, I actually want to talk about the things I like about Island of the Idols.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Alright. So let's start there. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's one of my favorite winners in that era for a number of reasons. I think he played an amazing old school game in a season that did its damnedest to defy old school entirely, which
Yeah.
is fucking wild. Janet remains one of my favorite Survivor contestants to watch of all time.
Yeah.
I understand that we will probably never see Janet again, but damn, I loved every moment I saw her.
Was she the one that
Um,
got her idol nullified? Was that her?
yes.
Oh my
Yep.
god. I was so mad when that happened. I was so upset.
Um, Pre-merge Jack. I remember Jack enjoying Jack.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
if that. I don't think that's a popular opinion, but fuck it, I liked Jack. Um, Dean is an interesting person to watch play. Nora's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Karishma was fun. So, like, there's some fun people from Island of the Idols, you know?
Oh,
You
for
have,
sure.
not to get into the negative stuff too much, you have Kelly getting taken out with 2 idols in her pocket, only the second time that ever happens. Now, the circumstances of that fucking suck,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you're starting to try to take the shit out of the cake, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Unfortunately, the season's ruined for me. It is the only season that I have convinced myself I will probably never be able to rewatch.
Yeah.
Um, and it sucks because there are some ingredients for a damn good cake in there.
Yeah, I
Even
mean the
even the
pre-merge was so
even the
good.
theme I
Yeah.
don't hate.
The,
There's no
the
substance to hate
statues
in.
are very funny. I thought it's a
Oh yeah.
goofy theme, but like we talked about this at the end of the last thing. Like after experiencing so little like themes or changes at all in the
Mm-hmm.
new era, like part of me wishes for like the times of like even a goofy little thing with like them and their statues and the little Rob and Sandra and their little booth.
Yeah, I mean, it's a silly theme. If you treat. Alright, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. There are certain Survivor seasons where if you treat the game of Survivor as this, like, sacred relic, then you're gonna hate them. And
Yeah.
that's. Island of the Idols is one of those seasons. Again, taking out the shit. There's a few of them. For example, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I think like if you treat the game like super seriously, you're gonna hate seasons like Gabon. You're gonna
Yeah.
hate seasons like Nicaragua. You're gonna hate seasons like Ghost Island. Like, I don't know. There's some fun things in it, but that's really all I have to say about Island of the Idols.
Yeah. Um
Survivor dropped the ball. That is the closest I've ever gotten to quitting Watch Survivor. They lucked out big time that they planned on doing their all winter season right after this.
mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, the thing I remember most from that season, I remember Dean was like cooking at Final Tribal. I was like, oh my god, is he actually gonna get votes? I don't remember if he even got, maybe he got like a vote or two.
I think he
Tommy kind of went
got
away with it,
I think
but
he
he,
got 1 vote and Tommy
yeah,
got the rest. I think. Let
hmm
me double check.
he like tried his damnness. It reminds me of Sam Phelan from 47, who like he was cooked against Rachel, but like he was putting out like trying his hardest to like get votes, doing a good little speech.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a really solid season. Again, if you take out the shit.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, you can't take out the shit.
Yeah.
Just to state it, Dean got 2 jury votes and Tommy
Oh,
got the
okay.
rest.
Okay. Okay.
Dean got who did Who on the jury voted Dean? It was Aaron and Elizabeth, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't even remember there being there was an Aaron? Who the fuck is Aaron?
Yeah, I have no clue who either of those people are.
Oh shit, wait. Alright, now that I'm actually looking at the cast list, there's someone else I want to say that I actually enjoyed in the season, and that's Elaine. Elaine was fun.
Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But oh, also pre-merge, I vaguely remember liking Vince.
Okay.
He's like a third boot, but I vaguely remember rooting for him early.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely I don't know what could happen to make me not have Island of the Idols in my last place. Maybe it's watch the one season I haven't seen, but I don't know. I feel like it's hard to top Island of the Idols.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it. If there ever is a season that I put lower than Island of the Idols, then it's the season that actually gets Survivor canceled.
Yeah.
That's my mindset of it. I don't understand how you go worse from here and still have a show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Goodbye. Don't want to talk about it anymore. All
right. Well, coming in at number 49, it was very easy because
you're ranked 50 by 49.
No, well, you have this at 49, and then I have no ranking for this, so I just threw it at 49. We have Survivor Thailand, the one season of Survivor I haven't seen. So, I know the gist. I've heard, I know who the winner is. I know about some of the controversy a little bit. I haven't seen the season, so I'll let you take the ball here. But yeah.
Yeah.
Survivor Thailand, number 49.
All right. Let me start off with a hot take, actually.
Okay.
I actually enjoy watching Ryan Heidick win this game.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of people who part of the reason they hate Thailand is the winner. For me, that's actually not the case. Because Brian plays such a cold, calculating game that it's emotionless, but it's very interesting to watch. But it's one of those things where, and we're going to get into a couple of other seasons like it, okay? Where sometimes when you play a cold, calculating game, the best way to play those kinds of games is to make a deep run with a bunch of people who fucking suck at playing Survivor.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, there's 3 total seasons like that. And Thailand is the worst of the 3, because on top of that, you have some ugly shit happening in the pre-merge that is just possibly as bad as Island of the Idols. I don't think it's quite as bad because it was the biggest of weird conversations to happen. I'm trying to think of what to say so that I don't get myself in hot water here.
Yeah.
But, I personally am of the mindset that on Thailand, and, maybe there's evidence out there, maybe people disagree. I'm of the mindset that no one purposefully did anything wrong on Thailand. However, things happened, words got twisted, and because of the way words got twisted, a situation that could have been a little awkward, but just a blip on the radar, ended up becoming a bigger issue. It also isn't a great look that it involves multiple people of color, which for an early season of Survivor, there's not that many people of color on a season to begin with, so to have this involving 2 of them, kind of an unfortunate look. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about Thailand, really.
Okay, and I have absolutely nothing to say about it.
The attack zone's fun. I
think I've seen that clip where he just you are not in the attack zone, or something like that. I think I've seen the clip.
It's a challenge where I'm trying to think of exactly how to explain it. One at a time, members of a tribe have to go across a series of balance beams to bring a flag to the other side. In the middle of the balance beam is the attack zone, where as long as you have 1 foot in the attack zone, you can put hands on the other person.
Okay.
But if you put hands on the other person and you do not have a foot in the attack zone, then you are kicked out of the challenge.
Yeah.
One tribe gets like 5 of their members kicked out of the challenge.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
And they end up losing. And after they lose, Rob, not Boston Rob, it's Rob with 2 B's, I believe is how I heard him referred to as. He's literally just like, we didn't lose to the other tribe, we lost to a bunch of rules. And it's like, okay, yeah, you kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Also, I will say the other issue that Thailand suffered from. Thailand is the first season where they let the castaways choose their own tribes.
Oh.
In general, anytime that happens in Survivor, it's almost always bad.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you end up with one tribe where it's like the younger, more interesting people, and then you have one tribe where it's like the older crowd, boring to watch, and unfortunately the older, boring crowd ends up taking control, so.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's Thailand for you.
alrighty. I will watch it at some point, just for the fact that I can say I've seen every season. Like, I will. It's just not something that's been high on my to-do list.
Here's the thing, is Thailand is a season I have no problem rewatching.
Okay.
Because the ugliness of Thailand is really confined to like a single episode.
Okay.
At least from my memory.
Mm-hmm.
Is it an awkward like 20 minutes of television? Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, no.
Okay.
It doesn't taint the whole season. It's not a looming shadow over the season like it was with Island of the Idols.
Yeah. Okay. Well, coming
now
in.
I'm excited because I have no idea where we go from here.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is where our lists start diverging by a lot.
I will say this one. Well, you'll hear in 2 seconds. So at number
All right.
48, we have Survivor, Redemption Island. Number 48 for me. Number 47 for you in the ranking.
Okay.
Survivor, Redemption Island.
Yeah,
Boston Rob.
I'm not too surprised. I mentioned in Thailand how there's like 3 seasons where it's like kind of boring because the winner just like dominates. This is another one, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost like the textbook example of that, where you have Boston Rob, who is an interesting player, herding sheep to the slaughter.
Yeah.
And it sucks because at least one of those sheep, Andrea, ends up becoming a very competent player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Andrea's an awesome returning player. Love to see her on Survivor. But I go back and I watch her on Redemption Island, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Andrea? Like, there is no reason why at the merge, Boston Rob doesn't get taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the merge is the perfect time. If Matt is competent, then Matt flips to the other tribe. He gets Andrea to flip with him, and they take out Rob, and at that point, the season kind of becomes like a Gabon, I guess. Mm-hmm. But, like, it'd be a fucking funny season.
Yeah.
Fucking, who knows what happens, you know? Yeah. But, you know, the game's the game. Rob definitely deserved to win.
Yeah, I mean, Philip was there. He was kind of funny for a little bit, and then
nope.
it kept going forever. No, I mean, I'm not a big Philip fan either. I enjoyed him for a little bit, but then he stayed for like the whole season. I was like, oh.
Philip might be my least favorite player besides, like, the one who got canceled on Island of the Idols.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe besides some of the... no, even not that. No, I just don't like Philip.
Yeah, understandable. Understandable.
No. I don't know. You know what? All right. I'm trying to think here. You know what pisses me off about Philip?
What?
He is I like to imagine that he's a competent adult, okay?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck can you not say Francesca's name?
What did he say? Francesqua?
He said everything but Francesca to the point where I'm convinced he was doing it on purpose to belittle her.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah, surely it doesn't happen again, right? Surely they
Oh
don't
my
meet
God.
again.
Don't get me going on that. Francesca never should have been a returning player. What the fuck, Survivor?
I mean, we get...
Regardless,
Yeah.
Redemption of the Island, I don't really remember much of it. Rob threw a note in a volcano, which I'm pretty sure was against littering laws.
Made for a cool scene, I guess.
Cool television. I don't know how much Survivor paid, but whatever.
I'd say this is probably the worst of the 3 seasons that has Redemption Island. I'd say this is the worst use of the twist.
It's not even close.
Very easily.
Well, actually, I don't think I agree with that. Actually,
okay.
I think. Well, I don't know. It's close for me between this and South Pacific because South Pacific, at least Redemption Island in the pre-merge there is kind of used strategically, which is interesting.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason I put that one above. Without
but
Ozzy,
allowing it to just be the Aussie win show kind of sucks. Whereas with Redemption Island, you're like, oh, Matt comes back. Maybe Matt'll start rallying the forces against Rob. Oh no, Matt's gonna be a fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but now we have, who is it? Andrea that comes back? I think so. Oh, but wow, we have Andrea who comes back, and Andrea's gonna try to make a move against Rob, but she lost immunity. She's out. So it's like, I don't know. There was potential for things to happen, but they don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a fan of the twist in general, obviously, and this is what brought it in to the show.
I've said this before, I think, on the podcast. I actually don't hate the Redemption Island twist. I just think it needs to end at the merge.
Oh yeah. We talked about that the last time. Yeah. Literally just end. Edge of Extinction 2 ended at the merge. I'm not mad at all. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they don't.
It's kind of like the Outcast twist on Pearl Islands. No one really complains about the Outcast twist because they didn't do the Outcast twist in the final 5.
Yeah.
Also, it got us Lil, and that's amazing.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Worth it.
Okay. Anything else for Redemption Island, or is that basically all?
I mean, Russell was there. We didn't even talk about him, which makes sense. He was there for 2-3 episodes?
Yeah. Survivor really shot themselves in the foot with Russell, because Russell is a good, entertaining player.
Mm-hmm.
But to have him on 3 seasons in the span of 4 seasons, you fucked yourself there.
Yeah.
Alright? I totally understand bringing him back for Heroes versus Villains. Have no problem with him being on 19 and 20.
Yeah.
But, don't do Rob versus Russell. If you want to do a Rob versus Russell season because of what they said at the finale, then, I don't know, save that for 30 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even get, Rob and Russell interactions, really. Because, they're on opposite tribes, and Russell gets cooked, immediately. So, it's
basically,
okay.
Most times that Survivor does a captain season, they kind of fumble it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, the season ends up being good, regardless,
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Okay.
47.
Well, coming in at number 47, we have our first New Era season.
Ooh.
Survivor 48. Number 43 for me and number 46 for Rob. And honestly, I could drop it a few spots too, because I do not like this season at all.
So, here's the thing. I'm going to preface this by saying, when I make my rank list, I only try to add seasons on it after I have watched it a second time.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, I kind of had to throw seasons 43 through 50 on the list somewhere.
Yeah.
Going off of my vague memory, as well as me looking up things. Because, shockingly, I barely remember anything that happened from Survivors 43 through 47.
Yeah. They'd be blending
Um,
together very easily.
However, I do remember 48. And let's start off with I love Kyle. Kyle's
I
awesome.
agree. I agree.
I also love Eva. I
Yeah.
know that there are some people who did not like Eva. I enjoyed Eva. I thought she was awesome. What I didn't like was that you have this alliance that, in theory, there should be two sides. One of the sides is playing the game competently, and they're working together, kind of like an old school season.
Mm-hmm.
The other side, all they have to do is talk to each other, and they can literally start a counter resistance.
Yeah.
And they just don't. And, I'm just baffled as to what the fuck was going through some of their heads, particularly Mitch's. I know people have thrown Mitch under the bus hard for 48, and I think it's because there's been quite a few scenes that we see where people are like, oh, let's make a move, and Mitch is just like, not yet. And
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
yeah.
Mitch, when the fuck are we gonna make a move? I literally wrote down, because I wrote down a comment with each of these seasons. I
Mm-hmm.
literally wrote down, imagine if Edging was a Survivor season. Like, we're getting so close to something exciting happening.
Yeah,
And it just
and
never fucking happens. Like,
every episode, Mitch would be like, "This is my time to make a move," and then he wouldn't make the move though, and it'd be like, "Oh my god, please somebody do something!" And nobody does anything. It's just yeah. I mean, there's good characters, like you said. Kyle, I like Eva, even Joe, like had a like kind of cool storyline in the season. I like Camilla, but it's just very boring. Like they just, yeah.
yeah, honestly, it's possible that when I rewatch 48, I realize that 48 is kind of like Redemption Island in a way, where it's like Kyle herding these sheep to the slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it almost feels like that could be the case. Here's the other issue, though, is like, the editing for this season is a little weird, in that we are told time and time again that apparently Eva and Joe are these big jury threats.
Yeah.
So for Kyle to take both of them to the end and then easily win the game, I'm like, so they weren't jury threats? What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I was very like I thought Joe was just gonna like win the game, and then he like took Joe with him. Like when he won final immunity, Kyle takes Joe with him. Like, wait, what? And then Joe gets third. He doesn't even get second. He gets third place. So I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Um.
I was baffled. I was so confused as to what was going on.
Mhm.
And, maybe on a rewatch, I realized that there are things in 48 I did enjoy. But honestly, off the top of my head, I can't really think of any highlights.
I will say
There
I
were.
enjoyed the pre-merge a little bit. There were some crazy tribals.
Hang on, I'm trying to.
The pizza guy getting voted
Oh,
out.
shit!
That was
Yeah,
a crazy one. That was a crazy
true.
tribal.
That was a crazy tribal. Alright, I'm
Hmm.
actually re looking at the cast, and there are some cool things that happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
David getting taken out was big.
Hmm.
But, like, Star going is like, why? Mary going is like, why? Shaheen going kind of made sense when he did.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, there were some cool pre-merge tribals, but then I don't know. Once the merge kind of hit, I I wish I had like a fast forward button, like watching in real time, because it was just kind of the march to the end with Kyle and his quote unquote minions, I guess, if you want to say it that way. But
Yeah. I don't know if I would say minions, but, like, I don't know. It's just confusing to me that, like, we're kind of taught. I don't know. I don't even know how to fix the season. I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
This is a situation where I try not to judge a season too much based on like boot order stuff, but like the competency of some of these players. Actually, I know you were just talking about it. Can we talk about the Pizza Man for a minute?
Oh, that
Cedric,
was
what the fuck are you doing?
That
You
was so
voted for
stupid.
Mary, or not Mary. You voted for Say twice. You get the sole decision, and now you're gonna take out Justin? What
Yeah.
the fuck? Just take out Say. You and Justin
Mhm.
are locked in tight.
Yeah, that was
That blew my
insane.
fucking mind.
Because I think was that the same tribal? I think Mary hit her shot in the dark that
Yes,
season,
that's
and
why this happened,
uh-huh.
because everyone voted Mary.
Yeah, that is.
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. Oh,
There are
Cedric.
several baffling decisions of players. This is a season where, like, the amount of people who played, like, fully competently is, like, maybe 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, one of those 4 probably got voted out, like, 10th, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oops.
Probably my least favorite of the new era. I don't think that's going to change. Maybe the
Mm-hmm.
spot will go up or down after a rewatch, but I think I can fairly comfortably say that the rest of new era, I think, is a bit higher for me.
Okay. I think, and we'll see in a little bit. Right now, I think it's my second least favorite of the new era, but like low key,
Ooh, okay.
I could be convinced though. I'm gonna be so for real. Like
I'm curious. I'm curious which season you have below 48. I
okay,
have guesses, but we'll find out.
okay. Yeah, I mean, I could very much be swayed though. Like 48. Yeah, no, it's just not a good season in my opinion. And your
Yeah.
opinion, number 47, Survivor 48. Yeah.
All right. What do we got overall at 46?
All right, number 46. We have Survivor Worlds Apart.
Okay.
Number 48 for Rob and number 37 for me. I've got it a little bit higher than you. I've got a little bit
That
higher.
is quite a bit higher than me,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, I mean, it I'm not like super gonna argue with you. It is kind of I don't know. I guess we can get into it. It's a season. There's some icky stuff in this season as well.
The thing for me about the icky stuff, some of the icky stuff I think is funny,
Yeah.
but most of it is kind of uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little bit of inside knowledge. You ready?
Okay.
So, leading up to Survivor 30, I remember having a conversation with my mother, and she said, "Oh, you won't believe it. Um, I actually have a kind of connection to one of the people on the season."
Ooh.
And I said, "Oh, what's that?" She said, "Yeah, someone that I work with knows the player. And that player
Uh-oh.
is Dan."
Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, we get into watching the season, and I'm, going into the pre-merge, not knowing any better. I'm pretty sure I was kind of rooting for Dan for the first little bit. And then
Yeah.
I realized that was a bad idea.
No. Yeah.
Ugh.
The only good thing he
What?
has on that season is that final tribal where like I don't know if he gets shut up or I don't remember what happens, but he kind of gets owned at final tribal if I do remember correctly, or like I'm trying to remember if it was him getting owned or like Mike kind of like tricking him into giving him his jury vote in a way, kind of thing.
I
I'm
think
trying to remember what it was.
what it was, if I remember correctly, is early on in the season, we get a confessional from Dan where it's like, and I am saying what Dan said, I do not believe any of this. But what Dan basically says is like, now when you talk to a woman,
Oh yeah.
you have to appeal to her emotions. Yes, dear.
Mm-hmm.
I understand how you feel. I want to make you feel better.
Yeah.
But when you talk to a man, you need to solve their problem. And then, fast forward to Final Tribal, and Mike gets Dan's vote by appealing to his emotions, treating Dan like a woman,
Yeah.
according to Dan.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Dan sucks. Will sucks. After that though, the season's pretty much okay.
Yeah. Rodney's birthday is a big highlight for me. I thought that was a very
I
funny
I
episode
I will
where
say
he's
this. There are people who lump in Rodney with Dan and Will. Rodney's not nearly as bad as either of
mm-mm,
them.
no.
Rodney is actually kind of funny in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, there are questionable things he says, but compared to some of the things that Dan says, especially to like Shireen,
Yeah.
and what Will says to Shireen, like Rodney's on a different level. Alright?
Oh.
If you have issue with Rodney, fine. Not gonna convince you otherwise. But like, you can't say that he is as bad in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. Um my one of my favorite things from the season was the auction where good gameplay or not, probably not very good gameplay at
Oh,
all, but I
horrible
love
gameplay.
horrible gameplay, but I love when Mike tries to like they're like, "Oh yeah, we're all going to put in money for the loved ones letter." And then they're like waiting for the advantage or whatever. And he like walks up and then he just walks back and they all start like freaking out. And then it sucks that like eventually he got kind of like forced to like by everybody. He like paid the money. I thought it would have been funny if he just like it would have been better if he just kind of got the advantage or like whatever. I don't even remember who got the advantage, but I thought that was a
Dan.
very just
Dan
hilarious.
got it.
Oh, okay,
Dan is the
okay.
recipient of the first extra vote advantage in Survivor.
Interesting,
Done.
interesting.
But
Yeah.
that being said, even if Mike holds on to the advantage, I don't think that really changes much.
No, no.
Like, Mike still goes on his immunity run. He doesn't. He probably uses it randomly at one point, but not really to do a big move or anything.
No. Yeah.
I will say Mike's. So this is my philosophy. You know, they say in Survivor, every juror has their own criteria for how to win the game. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if and this is something I truly believe in, and I've voted in Minecraft Survivor juries with this in mind. Okay,
Yeah.
if you have to win multiple immunities in the end game in order to stay in the game, I don't think you played a good game.
Yeah.
If you only make it to the end because you're winning immunities, then that tells me that you had a shit social game.
Oh yeah.
Or
I
your
mean,
strategy was flawed.
mm-hmm.
I think Mike is a bad winner.
Oh, 100%. I was rooting so hard for him just because I hated most of the other people so much more.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like
I
I was
mean,
like,
no, I'm trying to
how
think here. I think I was rooting. I'm trying to remember now. Fuck. Hang on. Let me pull up the cast list. And I can try to see if I remember who I was fucking rooting for. I
Mhm.
might have been rooting for Carolyn.
Okay.
Part of my brain is saying I was rooting for Carolyn. Definitely wasn't I don't think I was rooting for Mike, but definitely wasn't rooting for Will. Doubt I was rooting for Rodney. Doubt I was rooting for Sierra. Doubt I was rooting for Dan.
No, not Dan.
So like probably I was rooting for like Tyler and Shireen, but then once the two of them go, I'm probably rooting for Carolyn from then on out.
Yeah.
So yeah. You know, Carolyn's fun. I kind of wish she was on Second Chance, but you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Washing dishes on his birthday is funny. Rodney was only 24 during the season. Damn.
Really? Oh, that's crazy.
Will was 41.
No, damn.
Holy shit! Will's a lot older than I thought he was. I thought he was in his low 30s.
I would have said 30s too. I'm picturing him in my head right now.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, not a big fan of the season overall. Not that many memorable moments. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with that.
No, I mean, I agree. I have it, about like 10-ish spots higher than you, but I also like am not like a super like crazy defender of the season where I'm going to be like, no, it deserves to be like. I think it's a very respectable spot for it to end up here on the list. I'm not like a like huge like defender. There were parts I liked.
I was
and
curious how far up Worlds Apart was going to go. I will say, like I've said before, I change my list around all the time. I have
Yeah.
had Worlds Apart as high as like the low 30s before.
Mm-hmm.
So like on a different day, I probably could put Worlds Apart as better than 48 because, there are entertaining moments.
Yeah.
But, I had to submit a list at one point, so I submitted what I submitted.
All righty. Well, you ready for number 45?
I have a feeling that it's not going to be what I have at 45.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, I have a feeling that from here on out, so far, for the record, the bottom 5 have been my bottom 5. In a slightly different order. But, so from here on out, I'm expecting it to change quite a bit.
Okay. Well, number 45, we have Survivor. Heroes versus Healers versus Hustlers. Which comes in at number 45 for me, number 37 for Rob.
Wait, how does that average out to worse than a bunch of other things? What?
Yeah, oh. I mean, I did the math.
I'm gonna check your math later, but
Hey,
okay, I'm trusting your math.
No,
I trust your math. All right. Why so low for you?
I mean, Chrissy was cool. I think we also kind of talked about how we both were randomly rooting for Ryan for some reason, which is funny. I do bond with you with that. Besides that though, I don't know. I mean, Ben just kind of pulls a Mike a little bit with his.
Oh yeah, Ben's winning game sucks.
Yeah, that plus like the whole fire making thing.
Mm.
And then he I don't know, that brought it down a lot for me, I will say. But
the thing that I've learned, and this is something I've really come to terms with over the last half year, is to separate my ranking of a winner from my ranking of a season. Ben, one of my least favorite winners of all time.
Yeah.
I just talked about Mike and how if you have to win immunities over and over again in order to stay in the game, that's probably not a good sign. Same with Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, 99 times out of 100 loses the season at Final Four. He manages to get the one season with a surprise fire maker.
Yeah.
And then manages to pull it off. It's frustrating. A lot of people, me and you were rooting for Ryan. I think realistically, it's safe to say at this point, though, that even if Ben goes at 4, I think Devin probably wins the season.
Mm-hmm.
If not Devin, probably Chrissy. I don't think Ryan had a shot at winning, but I did like Ryan.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see him back on Survivor, but it was kind of fun. But there were fun parts about Heroes, Healers, Hustlers.
Please refresh me, because I'm trying to think. I remember Chrissy kind of digging for that, I don't remember if she didn't tackle somebody, but I remember her going a little crazy trying to dig for that immunity idol. It was near a flag, if I'm remembering correctly.
Let me go ahead and I'm gonna make a comparison, and you might yell at me for blasphemy, okay?
Okay.
I could almost compare Chrissy's game in this season to version 1 of Suri.
Ooh, okay.
Where Chrissy is very close to the first person voted out.
Mm-hmm.
Very close, just like Suri was. They stay in the game. They throw someone else under the bus hard. Katrina goes in this case.
Yeah.
And then they suddenly become one of the most strategic threats of the entire season. The difference is that Chrissy gets even closer than Suri to winning. That's entertaining to see. Dr. Mike. Watching Dr. Mike play is fun as shit. You have Lauren, who has this idol with 2 parts to it. She gives one to Dr. Mike, and Mike's just fuck you, throws it in the fire. Was it bad strategy? Probably, almost certainly. Was it fun as shit to watch? Yeah. You have Cole. Cole was a fun person to watch. You have Joe. Joe was playing a decentish game until he got voted out. There are fun parts to the game if you are willing to ignore the absurdity that is Ben's run to the very end, you know?
Yeah.
Now,
No,
obviously, I don't have a rank that high. I think I had a, 37? Like,
yeah.
it's not that great of a season, but,
Mhm.
like, there's some fun things with
I
going
one of the things I do remember, like specifically in my head, is I think it was Devin who like threw his vote like as like a just in case thing, and it actually like came
Yes!
back to like it was like very clutch.
Devin made one of the most strategic moves where at Final Five, I wish people paid more attention to this. At Final Five, it should be 4 votes against Ben. Ben should be going. Devin is smartly like, if Ben has an idol, he's gonna throw a vote on me and I'm gone. So if I throw a vote on Mike, it'll tie 1-1, and then in the revote, I know my allies will keep me. So he
Yeah.
does just that, and sure enough, Ben has an idol, and that saves his ass. It's so smart.
Yeah.
Um,
Devin kind of I
how
know
have we not
everybody.
had Devin come? I mean, I guess we've only had
Yeah.
like one returning player season since then, but like,
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm
No, Devin
surprised, I
was
guess, in
cool.
hindsight, that Chrissy's the one they bring back instead of Devin. I understand why. I always have wanted Chrissy to come back as well. And I'm hoping that we get another returning player season soon-ish
Hmm.
that really only focuses on people from like 35 on.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what Survivor really needs. Because there are some amazing people from 35 onward that were not on 50 who I think could be on. And honestly, that would be a great opportunity to do another second chance season.
I love it. I
Have
love it.
32 people on the ballot, have it be only people from 35 onward, and obviously, second chance, no one who was on 50.
Hmm.
Because like now you have the opportunity to put people like Cole on the ballot, people like Devin, people like I doubt Ryan, but like people like Cole and Devin. Fucking Dom from 36 goes there. Someone probably from David vs. Goliath. I'm not sure who. Probably Davey, actually.
Davey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Davey from David vs. Goliath probably goes there. Edge of Extinction. I might be alone in saying this, but I want to see Gavin play again.
Yeah. Well, why not? I
Um,
mean, there's nothing. Throw him on the ballot. See what happens.
honestly, I'll even go so far as to say there are fun, and we talked about this earlier. There are fun people on Island of the Idols. Bring some of them back.
Yeah.
That way they actually get to play Survivor away from the cloud that is their season,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, not to mention all the new era people who probably should have been on 50 but weren't. So, go for it, Survivor. Make it like season 55. There you go.
Yeah.
They won't do it. They should. But yeah,
Hey, open arrow.
I'm not too surprised about Heroes, Healers, Hustlers being this far down, but I don't know. It's a fun season. I prefer it over a lot of these other ones. I will say, especially as I'm looking at my own personal ranking, so I may as well just say this now. I'm not a big fan of old school Survivor.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of the seasons I have below Heroes, Healers, Hustlers are old school seasons. Not all of them, but quite a lot of them. I'm sure we'll get into that, but that's just my opinion thing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. 44.
All right. Coming in at number 44, we have Survivor. Ooh. 41.
Okay.
Number 44 for me, number 33 for Rob.
Honestly, this is one that I probably, if I could adjust my ranking right now, this is probably about where I'd put it now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's one of those things where I had to kind of quickly make a list and throw New Era seasons together. I kind of made a cluster of New Era seasons.
Mhm.
After I've had more time to think about it, I'm like, you know what? 41 kind of sucked.
Yeah.
I remember
Oh.
I rewatched in the lead up to 50. My goal was I was going to rewatch 41 through 49.
Yeah.
I watched 41 and 42. That was it. But
Yeah.
my biggest takeaway from 41 was that when I watched it live, I enjoyed watching the season because we had gone a whole year without seeing Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
take that aspect away from it, just watch the season for what it's worth. And yikes.
Yeah.
They
They throw a lot at the wall, a lot of
throw
stuff.
a lot of twists at the wall, most of which range from bad to horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the only things that I kind of liked about it are the Beware advantages are kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
And it is the first season that introduces Shot in the Dark, which adds a small little thing to the game that I don't hate.
Mm-hmm.
But Do or Die is awful. Earn the
Yeah.
Merge might be my single least favorite twist in Survivor history, combined with the Hourglass. Yeah.
Hourglass
Also,
too. Yeah, I guess you just said that, but
the cast of 41. I'm trying to think who my favorite person on the cast of 41 is.
I remember Shan. She was doing
Shan
stuff
and
for a little
Ricard
bit.
easily are my favorites.
Yeah, those are the two people
After
that
Shan
stick
and
out in my
Ricard,
head.
I don't know. Is there anyone that I cared about after Shan and Ricard? Maybe Xander?
I mean, Erica had like the weirdest winter edit ever.
Yeah.
Too, which doesn't add like a lot to the season. Like not a very satisfying conclusion, given what like we were shown.
Evie was fun. I remember Evie. JD actually was fun in the.
I remember JD. I do remember him.
Pre-merge.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no. That's about it.
I feel like the only moment I like sticks out to me that was like kind of cool was the with Xander where they had the knowledge of power was introduced and they're like, oh, do you have an idol? And he's like, no, you can have this fake though. It's like,
that
oh my
was a fucking baller move. That was a baller move.
That was cool.
I will say this also. I know there are some people that absolutely hate the knowledge is power twist. I don't. I actually enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are always like, oh, knowledge is power is a bad twist because it's too powerful. And it's like, show me where someone successfully uses it in Survivor. Like, it is yet to be used successfully in the American version. Like, to me, that's not a sign that it's overpowered.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like the twist. I do like it.
What I will say this, is you can't have an advantage that by definition other players are going to know you have it and have knowledge is power at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if you have people going on a journey, that's one thing. But, like, if you have, like, an advantage where, like... Actually, good example. Pretty quickly, people catch on that these phrases unlock the idols. Once you understand that, you know who has basically all the idols.
Yep.
Which very nearly costed him. All the person with knowledge of power has to do is keep their fucking mouth shut. Like, seriously, it's not that difficult. If you have knowledge is power, the last thing you want to do is tell anyone you have a knowledge is power advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it baffles me. But yeah, no, it's okay. Like I said, I had it ranked at 33. I actually had it ranked above other New Era seasons. I think retroactively, I would say it's not better than those seasons. So I am happy that you brought it all the way back down to here.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Was that the one that you had ranked lower than 48?
Yes, that's the only one I had below 48.
I was assuming that was going to be the case when you said it, but I didn't want to put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
So.
I could easily switch them in my head. But yeah, no, those were definitely my bottom two. In the New Era.
43. Not Survivor 43, but ranked 43.
Hey, close.
Maybe it is Survivor 43.
Close.
I don't know.
We have Survivor 44 coming in at number 42 for me, number 34 for Rob. So kind of similar.
I don't even know what to say. I don't remember anything of this season.
That is my. I remember enjoying it when I watched it, but then like trying to think back, I'm like, there was the Tika 3, and like who
so I'm looking at a cast list. There's the Tika 3, which I remember liking.
Yep.
There's Franny, which I remember Franny and Matt, I think it was, the two of them
Yep.
together. I
Okay.
remember
Okay.
liking them, and I remember liking Kane.
Oh, I do remember Kane.
And other than that, I don't think I particularly cared much for anyone else in the season.
No, I mean, I remember being mad at Franny because I remember she like could have thrown a challenge, or it was during one of those like
Oh right,
the
she could have. I
split
think it was like
thing.
she could have done something to like help Matt out, and she doesn't.
Yeah,
And like Matt
that
got out because of it.
I remember that, and
I have a
then
vague memory of that.
what else do I remember? I don't. It's such like a. It's weird because I remember enjoying it, watching it, but then like thinking back, I'm just like, what what happened? Like it's such a like forgettable season in my head. Like without the Tika 3, there's like not a lot of plot going on, at least like, that I
Yeah.
remember. But
Yeah. Oh, this is the season with the idol in the cage, right?
that was cool. I did kind of I did like that. I thought that was kind of
Yeah,
cool.
no, I vibed hard with that. I thought that was interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I enjoyed that. What else did I enjoy? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is a situation where, I said it kind of with 48. I don't remember this season enough to really give it an accurate rating. I don't know. Ask me when I rewatch the season my thoughts of it. Maybe it'll be higher, maybe it'll be lower. I don't fucking know. So that's really all I have to say on it.
Yeah, no, I
Love Jam Jam as a winner. One of my
yeah,
favorite New
no.
Era winners, I'll say that.
He's awesome. I like Carolyn
Out of
too.
I'm trying to think here. Out of my wait, what? You wait. Who'd you
You did
say?
Carolyn. You didn't like Carolyn?
Oh, Carolyn.
Oh,
Sorry, sorry,
oh, oh,
sorry,
oh.
sorry.
I was like, whoa, whoa, was that
I
say
heard
what a
sorry,
fight?
I heard Caroline, and I was like,
No,
that's not on this season.
no, 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 no.
Carolyn. Yeah, Carolyn was fun. I think
Yeah.
you know what? Carolyn was my winner pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like from day one.
Yeah, I think Carolyn's
I
somebody who
remember
like
being
did
like, she's
yeah.
gonna win, watch. And my mother was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, watch. And I
Yeah.
got close.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Carolyn used to play like Discord ORGs and stuff too. I think that's like a thing.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
something
that
I
about her.
heard.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, she was cool. Jam Jam was cool. Cool winner. Not much to say besides that.
All right. 42.
Alrighty. Coming in at number 42, we have my most recent season I've watched, Survivor Nicaragua. Coming in at number 41 for Rob and number 35 for me. I enjoyed it. I said it a little bit before we started, but like, I mean, obviously I didn't enjoy it like crazy. Otherwise I would have had it higher, but like, I don't know. It was a season. I had a good
Yeah.
time with some of the episodes.
I said to you a couple of times where I was like, I'm looking at my list. I probably could put Nicaragua higher. Nicaragua's fun. Honestly, I'm trying to think of what I don't like about Nicaragua. It sucks that Nyanka quits because
Oh
Nyanka
yeah.
was playing. Nyanka's probably the person who was playing the best game when they quit.
Oh yeah.
Like, Nyanka was in such a good position. Didn't she have an idol?
Yeah, she gives it to. I'm trying to. I literally just watched the season. I should know his
Chase,
name.
probably.
Yeah, she gives it to Chase. She just gives it to him. Like,
Yeah.
you could tell Jeff is mad too when he like really does not want her to quit.
I will say that some people are mad because not only do Nyanka and Kelly quit, but then they're allowed on the jury, and their jury votes determine Fabio as the winner.
Yeah.
Which, I will go ahead and say it. I love Fabio as a winner.
No,
I think Fabio is like the best winner that you could ask for in this season. Like,
hilarious.
it's just funny, you know?
Yeah. I think
we haven't talked about season 43 at all, but it's kind of like a gambler,
Yeah, no, I mean, I went into the season already kind of knowing about like the double quit being a thing, so that wasn't something that like soured my opinion on the season because like I knew it was coming, so like I wasn't like I mean, they foreshadowed a lot because these people are talking about quitting like episode 3. They're already like half the cast
They,
is like pissed off.
but you
Like,
also can see in the edit, and if you pay attention, you really see it. It rains all the
mm-hmm,
fucking time.
mm-hmm,
Like, I'm not gonna say you. I'm not gonna say it's okay to quit Survivor. You really shouldn't. But like, the conditions kind of sucked out there, you know.
yeah, yeah.
No, Nicaragua's got some really fun moments. I remember you told me you were gonna watch Nicaragua, and I think I told you there's one moment in particular that I absolutely love in the season,
Yeah.
and it is. Did you know that Marty is a chess grandmaster?
That was hilarious. I enjoyed Marty too. That was something I should have brought up. I
Marty,
enjoyed his
how there are
shenanigans.
players who were on Nicaragua that it baffles me never return.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly Marty and Jane.
Yeah.
Like, Marty absolutely should have returned by now.
Oh, yeah. Jane hilarious
rest
too.
in peace. Obviously, she's not returning. She's
dead. Oh, I did
Oh,
not
did you
know
not know
that.
this?
I did not know that. Oh man.
She passed away last May of 2025. So obviously we're not getting Jane ever again.
Yeah.
Unless we can figure that out, but probably not. But she was so much fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You're so used to seeing the older lady on a Survivor season being the sweet person, like a Tina or not a Chrissy, but a Janet from Island of the Idols. Nah, Jane's a fucking bitch, and she loves it. She owns it. Like, she don't give a fuck. The only other person I can think of off the top of my head that I would almost say is kind of similar is like Twyla.
Yeah, yeah.
Jane's awesome.
Yeah, no. Jane, hilarious. I loved her and Marty. She hated Marty so much. And then when she's getting voted out, I think she like destroyed the fire. She's like, I started the fire. I'm gonna get rid of it. Like, I was like, okay,
Jane
okay.
is so entertaining.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I enjoyed I enjoyed my little binge watch of it. I don't think it's the best season in the world, but
watch. I mean, we are firmly in the point where it's like all these seasons are good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's very few seasons that I genuinely think are not good. From our list, I would say the not good seasons are probably like 48 down.
Yeah.
Like, even Worlds Apart, I don't know if I would say not good. I would say it has not good parts, but
Mm-hmm.
But no, Nicaragua's fun.
Yeah, very fun season. I get why people did. I remember like when I was going on my journey of like binge watching all Survivor, like one of the things people would say is like, "Oh, Nicaragua, like it's one of the worst seasons." I was like, "Okay, maybe I won't watch it then." Like whatever. But then I was like, "Oh, I heard some things." I was like, "Oh, people like it. There's like a niche for it, like kind of a like Gabon-ish, like kind of Renaissance." Or people's like, "Nicaragua's kind of fun," and it is fun. You know, I get it's not like the craziest, but.
There are some people that prefer Nicaragua over Gabon, and it's like, if you prefer Nicaragua over Gabon, I'm not going to hate you for it. That's fine. Yeah. But I prefer Gabon.
Yeah, I think this is the first season we've actually had like a lot of like great things to say.
Like, yeah, no. Yeah. I mean, I will say there are still seasons coming up that I do have negative things to say, but overall, I'm going to be pretty positive from here on out.
Okay.
All right, 41. What do we got?
All right, coming in at number 41, we have Survivor. Marquesas coming in at number 33 for me and number 42 for Rob.
All right.
Boston Rob, he showed up.
He's barely there.
Yeah, he was there for a little bit.
All right, so here's where I'm at with Marquesa, okay?
Okay.
Before I even get into Marquesa specifically, I'm just going to talk about old school Survivor in general, okay?
All right.
For me, with very few exceptions, I tend to dislike seasons 1 through 14.
Okay.
And for me, it's because there is so little strategizing that there's a lot of downtime and boring moments. Now, some of those seasons have stellar casts that more than make up for that. Marquesa's not one of them. You have Vecepia, who is, I will say, Vecepia is one of my favorite of the old school winners.
Oh, yeah.
It is tragic that she is not on Winners at War. She's probably the single winner that I wanted the most on Winners at War that was not there, except for maybe Todd.
Yeah.
But I understand why Todd wouldn't have gone back because of the struggles in his personal life. Vecepia should have gotten a chance to go back. Now, who do you
100%.
cut? I don't know. I don't know who you cut. But, we just saw that you could have done a 24-person cast. Fucking bump up Winners Award to 24. Put Vecepia on there. Put, I don't know, friggin' Natalie. That'd be funny to watch.
Yeah.
And then, now you have 2 men that you can fill up. But, Marquesas also is a season that suffers, unfortunately, from them having to change the location last second.
Oh, yeah. What was it originally supposed to? I remember seeing
it was originally going to be Survivor Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
The issue is that it was filmed about a month after 9/11.
Oh.
And they were like, filming a season in the Middle East, probably not a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think they made the correct decision. I think we, in the year 2026, can easily say that the Nation of Jordan, I don't think, had anything to do with 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm mistaken, that's me being dumb, but fairly certain the Nation of Jordan had nothing to do with it. But, unfortunately, there was so much pure hatred for anything Middle East in the time period that a lot of people, it would have canceled the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just straight up, it would
have.
Yeah. So they made the right decision. They had to move quickly. They did the best they could, but overall, the season's not that great. I will say, very noteworthy in that you have the first time people flip on their alliance.
Yeah.
You also have the first rock draw with Pascal.
Oh, yeah.
So that's interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
You have some fun characters who end up coming back. Obviously, we mentioned Boston Rob, but also Kathy.
I was trying to remember her name. Kathy. I did really enjoy Kathy.
I believe it's also, isn't it Sean who works with Vecepia?
Yep. Sean, I was a big fan of Vecepia. They had their little thing going.
Yeah. Supposedly, I'm trying to think of what season it was. One of the returning players seasons. It must have been 50, now that I think about it. I think rumors were going around that Nalia was in the discussion for coming back, and I wouldn't have hated that.
Yeah.
I mean, Nalia played so young in Marquesa. She was like, what, 20?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, she's got to be one of the youngest people to have actually made it to the final tribal council.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Nalia doesn't win, but it'd be interesting to see if she improves her game.
Yeah. Marquesas, it's all right. It's I will say it's my least favorite of the first. I think I have it ranked the lowest of the first 10 seasons.
Even lower than Thailand?
Well, I don't have Thailand ranked.
Oh, true. So, you don't have Thailand ranked.
Preemptively, it won't be my least favorite of the 10 seasons, I guess. Unless I somehow really come to enjoy Thailand when I watch it. But
spoiler, that's not the case for me. I actually have Marquesa over several seasons from the top 10.
Yeah, all right.
But I could flip-flop the order there easily on a different day. I will say, I used to be a lot higher on Marquesa.
Yeah.
I used to be, very high on Marquesa. Top 25.
Ooh.
But I think over time, I've really been like, you know what? It's another situation where take the rating of the winner away from the rating of the season. Vecepia, I think, is an amazing winner. I don't think Marquesa is a fun season.
Yeah, I think in my head, thinking of the first 10 seasons, obviously excluding Thailand, it's when I try to think back on it, it's the most, I guess, forgettable for me. personally.
It is pretty
But
forgettable.
you know, Vesepia's cool, Sean's cool, some cool people, but
I also should mention, for me at least, by the way, it's not a coincidence, I don't think, that it's the first 14 seasons that I say, I don't find them as interesting, and the first season that I ever saw live is 15.
mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm sure that that's part of it as well, as, like, the seasons that I have not watched live, I, for some reason, have, like, bias against them. Now, I will say, some of the first 14 seasons I have ranked very high,
Yeah.
but not a lot of them.
Okay, well, we're on to number 40.
40.
And this one I got I got a bone to pick with you a little bit.
Oh no.
This season I've seen a lot of people, I think online, I've seen people very much disliking the season. I think a lot of the dislikes are valid, but I guess I'll just come on and say, okay, so number 40, we have Survivor. It's one of the first 14 seasons, by the way, little spoiler. It's actually number 14. We got Survivor Fiji coming at number 26 for me and number 45 for Rob.
What, that is quite the difference there.
A little bit, yeah.
26 and 45. Oh boy.
Yeah. So no, I understand why a lot of people dislike this season. When I watched it, this is one of the first couple seasons I watched, and I was like I was like, oh my god, I want Yao Man to win so bad. Like I loved Yao Man.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
loved Earl. There was the whole dreams thing with the car, which was crazy. This was one of my first seasons I watched, which is maybe why I have it, significantly higher. But it's one of the seasons I was like very invested in. Like when I was binge watching, I was like, oh, please, Yao Man, please. And I think Earl's a cool winner too. So yeah, you can talk about why you dislike it.
Honestly, I don't dislike it, but for me, I just remember so little of Fiji. Literally, this is everything I remember of Fiji. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The season starts with the haves versus have-nots twist, which is a shit twist.
Yeah, terrible.
You have the four horsemen.
Yep.
They're taken down in a spectacular way. Yao Man finds an idol that's a turtle.
Yep. Hides a fake idol too. Don't forget.
I did forget. I did forget. Yao Man makes a deal with Dreams about a car.
Yep.
And then Earl wins the game.
Yeah, well, he also doesn't. Dreams doesn't stand up to his deal. It's a whole thing.
Well, right, that was included about the deal.
Yeah.
But like, the point I'm getting at is like, how many people do I actually like remember? I could name quite a few people, but like, do I remember actually playing? Basically no one. Like, and it's one of those things where Fiji is one of the seasons that has the most time since when I last saw it to now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I probably have not watched Fiji in its entirety in over 10 years.
Yeah.
But like, everyone talks about how Earl plays this amazing game, and I genuinely do not remember his game in the slightest.
Yeah.
Genuinely don't.
One of his best moves is like, I think he did kind of had a chance to like save Yao Man that round, and he knew that like if Yao Man made the final three, he was not gonna beat him. So he flips on him, and then Yao asks him during FTC. He's like, "Yeah, no, I couldn't beat you, so I voted you out."
I mean, no harm there.
No. Earl is somebody. Not that I like. I don't know. I think he played a very good, just kind of like social game, whatever. I think it's tragic that he hasn't been back for a season, because I think it would be cool to see him in a more modern season and see him like actually.
Hey, when is that war bumped up to 24?
Hey,
I mean, Earl was asked to be on the winter season.
Yeah, I think he's been asked a couple times.
But unfortunately, the timing just didn't work because I believe his wife had just given birth or something, or was about to.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, yeah, I don't want to miss that. And, can you blame the guy? Not really. Unfortunately, I think season 40 was the last time Earl would be asked to come back. I don't see him being asked again.
Mm-hmm.
But, maybe on a rewatch, I remember a lot more about what happened in Fiji. I have nothing negative to say about the season. I just don't remember it.
Yeah, no, understandable. I think my biases of loving Yao Man so much, and I was just like so like that definitely bumps the season up a lot for me because I was just like number one Yao Man fan. Then
Oh,
I
I
watched
was. Well, here's the thing. I remember. This is why it's hard for me to remember if either my first live season was I started right off the bat with the first episode of China, or I started with the end of Fiji.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is I distinctly remember going into Micronesia rooting for Yao Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I was rooting for Yao Man just based off of what I saw in the first episode, or if it's because I saw him in Fiji.
He did tackle Johnny Fairplay in the first episode, so maybe that had you hyped up. Who knows?
Honestly, child me. This is child me, so you can't be upset.
Mm-hmm.
I think child me thought his accent was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not like gonna fight super hard for Fiji. I just love Yao Man. That's why I have it super high.
am. No, and it's one of those things where could I have it higher up? Of course I could have it higher up.
Alrighty. Number 39. We got another one of the top 14, Rob.
Another one of the first 14?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to hope it's this one and not I will say this. I'm looking at the two other seasons that I ranked pretty low here.
Okay.
One of them I would keep about where I put it. The other one I'd probably put back up another, 15 spots.
So, interesting. Well,
so I'm hoping... there's one in particular I'm hoping you're about to say.
I guess we'll find out. We got Survivor All-Stars, Rob.
That's neither of the ones I thought you were going to say.
Interesting.
Okay.
I have it at number 31. You have it at 39. So not like a crazy amount of disparity there, but...
Okay, that's neither of the ones I thought you were going to say. Okay.
Interesting.
All-Stars is one of those seasons that's, right on the edge of the issues that, Thailand and Island of the Idols has.
Mm-hmm.
There are not one, but two kind of ugly moments. Actually, there's a couple ugly moments. In particular, though, there's one that's, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Fun anecdote, okay?
Yep.
I have a couple friends who I have very recently gotten them very into Survivor, okay?
Ooh, lucky.
And they decided they were going to watch all 50 seasons in order.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now, here's the fun thing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They actually don't know what happens in the seasons.
Yeah.
They watched Borneo completely unspoiled. So they were genuinely shocked with Rich winning.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple days ago, I was talking with them about it. I'm actually watching Australia with them. But, they were pretty positive on Rich overall.
Yeah.
But they also told me that they don't want any spoilers because they know some of these people come back, they don't want me to spoil anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not told them about what happens in All-Stars.
Yeah. Oh, Rich.
But, it's unfortunate. It's hard to say... It's hard to say 100% with confidence what happened,
Mm-hmm.
In general, I would say that what Rich did was wrong anyways.
Yeah, 100%.
It's one thing to not to go into the details of this because I really don't want to. But it's one thing to strip down on Survivor. But if you know you're doing a challenge where you're going to be that close to people, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
So, Because the thing is, like, if he's doing it on the beach and people don't like it, they can just walk to another part of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have that opportunity here. Whether something touched something, not gonna make any speculations or anything there. There are people who say that Sue was violated and flipped out perfectly reasonably. There are people who have said she did it to get a paycheck. I'm not going to weigh in one way or the other.
Yeah.
The whole situation shouldn't have happened to begin
100%. 100%.
Other than that, there's definitely a dark cloud over the season because people get more and more pissed at Rob. But as someone watching the season, it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
on a personal level, I do feel bad for these people because it's almost like you're playing Survivor with a bunch of friends, especially with how tightly knit the Survivor community was with the earlier seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But
the Robin Lex thing, I mean, cool, great moment with him being like, "Oh, if you save her, I got," or whatever, that whole thing.
We will talk about it when we get to Africa, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Out of everyone who played the first 10 seasons, Lex might be my favorite person.
Okay.
I fucking love Lex.
Yeah.
I also thought for a little bit of time that I was working alongside Lex.
Oh, really? Interesting.
One of my jobs I had to work with someone who I swear to God was the spitting image of Lex. To the point where I genuinely thought it was Lex, but his name's not Lex.
No.
But he looked just like Lex, especially because, I'm thinking about Lex in like 2003, 2000, whatever year All Stars is filmed.
Yeah.
Now age him up like 15 years, and yeah, that's the man I was looking at. But, I knew it wasn't Lex. It just, the resemblance was uncanny.
Yeah.
But yeah, solid season, All Stars. I am of the mindset that Amber deserved to win.
Yeah, I mean,
some people disagree with that. I don't give a fuck what they say. Rob fucked up, and I think he knows that. Yeah,
I bet he's sleeping good at night nowadays.
Oh yeah, he's sleeping very comfortably. I mean, with his and Amber's like 2 million between them.
The reunion too is just wild. Like him, I don't even know if it's the reunion. He like proposes before the votes are read, right? Like,
it's at the reunion he proposes right before the jury votes are read.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Because Jeff is all of a sudden like, wow, all this excitement, we haven't even read the votes yet.
Yeah, that is wild.
Yeah, good for them though. I'm glad they found each other. They seem like such a happy couple. I'm so glad that, everything stayed positive for them,
Well, we are moving on to number 38. Rob, we have another returning player season here.
Ooh, then you must have put it very low. Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, it
can only be one thing, right? Like,
we got Survivor Heroes. No, we got Survivor.
Jesus Christ.
Game Changers. Number 39 for me, Rob. Number 30 for you. Survivor Game Changers. It's Oh, you're standing up. You got something to say about? Oh,
no, I've been typing in my document the names of the seasons.
Yeah.
And I was tabbed into Minecraft, so I went to do things, and all of a sudden, I was playing the game. I also just called it Game Chargers. Whoops. So, I guess here's my thoughts on Game Changers. Okay, I've said it kind of before, where I'm of the mindset, and this is really a big thing with the returning player seasons, because we're going to get into it whenever we talk about 50, there are people who think that a returning player season is completely ruined 100% because of the boot order.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and say this. The boot order of Game Changers is fucking ass, okay?
Yeah.
But, like, is it wild to think of Game Changers as kind of like a Gabon? when you have Troyzan and Brad making the final 3, I mean, that's kind of funny, right?
Yeah, I mean, Debbie exists too on this season. You know, when Debbie's there's always going to be some craziness.
I mean, I think this is the second season that I was rooting for Aubrey, so, there's that. Boy, if only Aubrey could win one of these seasons, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
But Game Changers is fine. My biggest critique would definitely be the bullshit that led to Suri. I have vowed, being a host of Minecraft Survivor, that I would never, ever let any situation like that happen again.
Yeah.
Where everyone is immune except for one person, because that is just fucked.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I think especially watching 50, I don't think it really made that much of a difference. I think Suri goes at 5 or 4 anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not letting Suri go to the end.
Yeah, that's how it works. But
I think realistically what happened... Well, I will say, though, there is some interesting thing, okay? Mm-hmm. So let's say that they do something to guarantee that doesn't happen, okay?
Yep.
So the question is, what has to change? So let's start off with there's no legacy advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there's no legacy advantage, then everyone plays their idols. It comes down between Sarah and Suri. Is Aubrey and Ty working with Suri?
Oh God. I have no clue.
You know what? I'm realizing I don't remember enough of Game Changers to really hypothesize alternate realities right now. My point being, that kind of sucked. Well, I think Suri wasn't going to win anyway. I think I've come to realize Suri will never be able to win a game of Survivor.
Yeah, Micronesia was probably her best shot. And...
Micronesia was easily her best shot.
Yeah.
But solid season. There are people that I question. The Game Changers cast as a whole is a very questionable cast.
Yeah.
Where I remember they're Survivor Game Changers. By the time of Game Changers, I am a huge Survivor fan. This is peak era. I'm listening to Rob Has a Podcast every episode, right?
Yeah.
There was someone on the season where I'm who the fuck is this person? And you know who that person was?
Who? Let's see if I remember them.
I believe it was Haley.
Yeah, that tracks, because I have no idea who you're even talking about.
Haley was on Worlds Apart.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah. I don't blame you, because I'm racking my brain right now, and it's
Haley was on Worlds Apart, where she got... What place did she get? I don't even remember.
Yeah.
Wasn't a great placement, I can tell you that.
But she changed the game, right?
No! No! Most of these people didn't change the game in any way. Alright, hang on. Who actually changed the game? Let me see here. Suri.
Oh God.
I
mean, Tony was a good player. I don't know if he changed the. Did he change the game?
That's the question. Is when you say change the game, what does that even mean? Even take this out of the equation. Who the fuck, if you had to make a list of people who actually changed the game, who changed the game?
Yeah.
Honestly, my next pick for someone on this cast who did change the game is maybe Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the early boots here. You have Sierra's first boot, which sucked. Tony going sucks. Caleb going kind of sucks. Malcolm going sucks. JT and Sandra back-to-back kind of sucks. Varner sucks as a person.
Oh, for sure. That is a moment before I had watched a single Survivor season. I had seen that clip. I had heard about that moment specifically with Varner and what he did.
Yeah. I will say I understand what he was trying to do, and I will even go as far as to say that I truly believe that he regrets what he said and that he's not, in general, like a homophobic person or a transphobic person. What he was trying to say, which, again, not saying I agree with it, what he's trying to say is as if Zeke is able to lie about something like this, then that shows that he's good at keeping secrets. Which is still kind of fucked up.
Yeah. That's...
But, like, he also, I guess, was under the impression that, like, Zeke was out to, like, everyone in his personal life. Which is a bad assumption to make.
Yeah.
You never want to make that assumption.
No, you
anyone
should.
Who's transgender.
Yeah, you should not be making that assumption yourself at all.
Yeah. But, you know, mistakes were made. It is what it is. You know, Game Changers is okay. I'm fine if it's down this low. I have it a little higher because there are some moments that I think are just kind of kooky and funny. It's a stupid fucking reward, but I'm never gonna get over Debbie winning Cochran as a reward.
Yeah.
So fucking random. I was really kind of hoping that was gonna make a comeback in, like, the All Winners season, or season 50, where, like, all of a sudden Cochran's just there. Just oh, we have the Cochran reward again.
Yeah, it's such a funny, like, can you imagine if, like, Ozzy won that reward?
I just thought
of
something. Thought of something. So, they have this reward where Cochran's there, right? Everyone in the fan base is just like, what the fuck, Survivor? This is so stupid, right?
Yeah.
And then Survivor, not 5 seasons later, is like, you know, it'd be crazy. What if instead of Cochran, we do Boston, Robin, Sandra, and they're there the whole season? What the fuck?
Yeah.
So weird. Hang on. I just thought of something. Was there anyone on seasons 23 or 26 who was on All Stars? Ozzy. What if Ozzy got that reward? It was Ozzy and Cochran.
No.
Oh my god! That would have been fucking hilarious.
I'd love to hear Ozzy listen to Cochran try to just be like, all right, so this is how you win, bro. This is.
Oh my god! Ozzy's just like Ozzy would throw Cochran overboard. Oh my god! Holy shit! All right, that alternate universe Game Changers might be top 10.
Oh yeah, I'd move it up. I'd move it up for sure. If we got that.
All right, let's keep it rolling. This is almost certainly 2 parts at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. What we got next? All right, number 37.
30 several.
30 several. We've got a big disparity here, I will say. Number 37, we have Survivor. Ghost Island. I have Ghost Island at 46. Rob has Ghost Island at 22. Bit of a difference. You a big Ghost Island guy? Or...
All right, so like I said it before, Ghost Island's kind of a funny season, okay? Like, first of all, it does share some similarities to a season like 48, insofar as Dom and Wendell kind of dominate the season, right?
Yep.
And I will also say that Ghost Island is a season I have not rewatched in a long fucking time, okay? But the thing is that when I think of Ghost Island, I can remember several funny moments. You have Jonathan just existing, Laurel just existing. You have Dominic, who is one of the only Survivor players I've actually had the luxury to talk to.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah. Which I can talk about that in a little bit. Yeah. Wendell, who I think is an awesome guy. Chris Noble, funny guy. Shit Survivor player, but a funny guy.
Yep.
The actual idea of Ghost Island, I know a lot of people did not like it. I thought it was neat. Were there times that I disagreed with it and didn't like it? Sure. But I thought it was a fun idea, you know? They wanted to try something new, so they went for it. And you know what? Did it land? No, Not exactly, but it didn't stumble as bad as some of the other things they tried.
Yeah, I don't have a big problem with Ghost Island as a twist itself. I think my big problem with this season, and like it seems like you have a lot more of like a recollection of the season as a whole than I do. Because in my
Uh,
head currently, I remember like two big things from the season in my
okay.
head.
So
I
this is
remember,
your Fiji for me. Like
yes,
where
yes,
I don't remember Fiji, you don't remember Ghost
no,
Island.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah, I remember FTC, like the vote tying, super cool.
Oh
Like
yeah,
coolest
yeah,
moment of the season, awesome, whatever. Besides that, besides, Wendell and Dom just kind of steamrolling, I
yeah. Uh-huh.
also remember the voting confessional. You just said his name. What was the guy's name that they voted
Dom.
out? No, they
Oh,
voted
Chris
out the
Noble.
yeah, and Wendell's rapping the confessional,
Oh
super
my
hilarious.
god, yeah.
Like amazing moment. I thought that the dude they voted out that was a very funny character, and that was a whole funny thing. Besides that, though, I remember nothing but the steamroll. I remember
Well,
Donathan. Was it Donathan? Was that the guy that you said?
Jonathan's the younger guy
Yeah, he
who I
existed.
was rooting for hard.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I loved Jonathan.
I don't remember much about him. This season I remember a steamroll, and I don't remember much else.
Jonathan was kind of in a similar role as to Mitch from 48,
Okay, okay.
but not nearly to as bad of a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they did both, I think, get fifth, so like, there's that.
Yeah.
But no, you have, I'm looking at the list of the cast. Wendell and Dom were fun. Laurel and Donathan were also a duo. There was a period of time where it looked like they might take control. You have Angela, who played the game kind of like Chrissy the previous season, where she's like a physically fit player. She's an army veteran. She was playing a physical game, which is fun. You have Sebastian, who's just a fucking wild card there.
Mm-hmm.
Helen is really fun. Uh, Chelsea, I think, had an invisible edit, so I don't really remember her. Michael Yerger was a very young player. He was only playing at 18, one of the youngest people to
Ooh,
play. I think he's actually the second youngest ever play, second only to Will, I think.
interesting.
I want to say he's like one of the youngest people that ever played. Going further back, I remember less and less people.
Yeah, you said a lot of names to me, and like,
Jacob, I vaguely remember Jacob fumbling the first episode, and that was kind of funny.
oh, I do see all these names you just said. Most of them did not compute in my brain, but I randomly do remember that dude that was the first boot. Because I was like, oh, this guy's kind of
No,
funny.
Jacob
I'm
wasn't
rooting
first
for
boot; he
him.
was second. But
Was he second? Okay, yeah, he very early boot. I was like, oh, I like this guy, and then he got clipped like very early.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of fun moments I remember from Ghost Island. Is 22 a bit high to have it? Almost certainly, but like, I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I will
Uh,
say my main thing at Ghost Island. It is a shame that Dominic has not returned to play Survivor since
I
that
thought
season.
Dom was a shoe in for
No,
50.
100%. Like it's wild. Like 24 people and Dominic is not in the cast is crazy to me.
Blew my mind. Blew my
Yeah.
fucking mind.
Like if I
Um,
like the closest you can come to winning the game, literally. Like the only tied vote, and like this is the closest you can be. And he
I I will say, I mentioned it a bit ago. Dom is one of the only people I have had the luxury to talk with.
mhm.
Uh, the circumstances were a bit interesting. This was at a time period where I was trying so hard to get on Survivor.
Yeah.
The last few years, I haven't tried nearly as hard. I haven't even sent an application video probably the last like 2 years. I will be submitting another one soon, though. But I wanted to get tips, and he was offering like an hour Zoom call with people for like $50 or whatever. And he would like watch your casting video, give tips on what to do and stuff. So I was like, fuck it, why not? So, I talked to him for an hour. He watched over, gave me some tips. I don't necessarily know if I agree with his tips,
Yeah.
but, it was kind of interesting to talk to him still.
Yeah.
But I mean, I will say, that was a situation where money exchanged hands to have that conversation. But still, I think, I've only been able to talk with, I believe, like 2 Survivor players. And, he's one of them.
Hey.
The other one I've said before is Angelina,
Yep.
so.
2 more than me. 2 more than me.
Dude, you know what sucks?
What?
I forgot to mention this when we talked about the finale. I might have mentioned this at some point during our season 50 coverage, but knowing now how 50 ends, it means a lot more, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Remember how in the lead up to 50, they had that idol hunt all over the country?
Yep.
Me and my mom go to the one in New Hampshire. And, we're going through it all. It is freezing cold. Everyone's bundled up. It is snowy. We get back to the car. My mom turns to me and says, I think Aubrey was here.
Really?
And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. And, like, she showed me a photo, and sure enough, it's Aubrey.
Damn.
And I'm like, you saw Aubrey, and you didn't say something to me? We could have gotten a photo with her and talked to her. And now knowing she was the winner of 50, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, I blew my chance to talk to Aubrey Brocco. I was within probably 20 feet of her and had no fucking clue because we were all bundled up because it was winter.
Yeah.
But, it happens. Anyways, Ghost Island, I love the season. I understand you and the vast majority of people have it ranked low.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I'm not gonna go too hard at that here.
Okay.
Some of the shit they did is stupid, though. Having them choose what earned the final votes go in was fucking stupid. I think I audibly groaned at that. I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Alright, 36.
All right, coming out number 36, we have Survivor. Caramoan. Coming in number 40 for me, number 28 for Rob. Bit of a difference there, Yeah, Caramoan. Brandon Hans was there. Philip came back. Philip came back. Your best pal, Philip.
Oh my god.
Malcolm was there, though. I like Malcolm. He was there.
Alright, hang on. I'm gonna go over the cast of Caramoan real quick. You ready?
Yep.
Alright. Assuming that we have to keep it to people who were on seasons 17 through 26. How many of the favorites actually deserve to be there? Okay, you ready?
God. Yep.
Alright. Francesca, no shot.
Nah.
Brandon Hans, no shot. Especially knowing how the season goes, he should have never been anywhere near this season.
Mm-hmm.
Corinne, I'm actually okay
with. Yeah. She's from Gabon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no. She was one of the best. She was
funny. Yeah.
Philip. I don't like Philip. I understand him being here. I'm actually not going to take too much issue there.
Okay.
Malcolm, 100% understand him.
Oh, easy peasy. Yeah.
Andrea, kind of a question on the pick, but knowing Andrea now, I'm happy with it.
No, yeah, glad she's there.
Brenda, good pick. Mm-hmm. Reichenbach, good pick, sure. Dawn and Cochran. I question Dawn being on.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I don't remember Dawn from South Pacific at all, really.
Yeah.
Like, what was her game in South Pacific?
I
couldn't tell you what she fucking did. I couldn't even tell you what tribe she was on.
Yeah.
I think she was on Ozzy's tribe, if I remember.
I think so.
And then Cochran, like, maybe, but there's still better options, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the fans tribe, where, like, 7 out of the 10 of them just suck.
Yeah, Malcolm had his thing with a couple of them, and I'm trying to remember who any of the other people were.
I mean, you have Eddie and Reynolds, where they're okay. You have Sherry, who's just kind of there. Michael Snow apparently was kind of fun in the pre-merge. I don't remember. And then I don't remember anyone else. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. And, I obviously had Caramoan ranked higher than you. I don't know. There are days where I probably would have put Caramoan as low as you did.
Mm-hmm.
Paramoan has some things I don't like. There are fun moments though. You know, the three amigos is a fun idea.
Mm-hmm.
Cochrane having a dominating win. You know, the season gets a little ugly near the end. And I do wonder what happens in the world where Eric doesn't get medevac to 5, but
Yeah, that's so tragic too. I was like, dang. I
it is what
mean,
it is there.
mm-hmm.
But no, overall, I think my biggest issue with the season is the casting is not great.
Yeah,
Um, but there are some fun moments.
yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, that's really all I have to say.
No, I yeah, not much for me either. Um, yeah, casting the main thing where it was interesting cast.
Yeah. All right.
Number 35
Season
though. Yeah.
35. 35.
Okay, we have Survivor 49. Number 38 for me, number 29 for Rob. Survivor 49.
Okay. Okay. Our next New Era season.
Yep.
It's really, really hard for me to rate a season that is so recent.
Mhm.
I had a similar issue with 50 where I did my best to rate it where I thought it belonged, but there is recency bias, you know. I can acknowledge that with 50 and I can acknowledge that with 49 as well. 48 definitely did not have recency bias. If anything, it had the opposite.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I went into 49 adamant that I was gonna hate Rizzo. And then I fucking loved Rizzo.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm looking back at 49. Honestly, like, most of the people who make the jury are fun people to watch.
Mhm.
You have almost like a season like Tocantins, where it's this minority group that, by all accounts, should not have made it as far as they did, and yet somehow fucking just go for it and go the distance.
Mhm.
Um, Super quickly, I'm just looking at the cast list. Savannah is a fun winner. Sophie B is awesome. Sage is fun as hell to watch. Rizzo's awesome. Christina's a little under edited, but she's like a good. I'm trying to think of the word to use. She is a good. She fills her role good, I guess is the way I'm trying to say it. Like, you don't want a season where it's a lot of, like, type A personalities where it's
Yeah.
like these big people. Christina's not necessarily a big person, but honestly, she doesn't have to be. She's awesome the way she is.
No, I think one of my favorite moments from that season is Savannah talking to Christina, and she straight up is just like, "Who are you voting for?" And like Christina is just like so taken aback. She's like, "Whoa, whoa, I need a second. I need a second here." She's just like not ready for that like aggressive
Mm-hmm.
gameplay. I think that was a very funny scene. No, I mean I could see Survivor 49. Right, I've already like put it up a little more than I had initially. I think initially, I don't know how it was for you. I had gotten spoiled who the two returning players were that were going to 50 from 49 were. So like the
So,
whole yeah,
actually, you finish your thought and then I'll tell you.
I was saying like the whole time that season, I think especially the fact that like Rizzo and Savannah were the underdogs, that kind of ruined a little bit of it for me because I'm like, okay, well I know they're not cooked, like they're gonna like kind of triumph over this. So initially watching it, that took a lot of it away for me because I'm like, okay, well I know what's gonna happen type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've come to appreciate it a lot more, like kind of in retrospect. But that initial thing did like kind of weigh on me a little bit when I first watched it.
So, for me, I knew that it was out, the information was out there who the two were. I made the decision to do my best to avoid that information as long as I could.
Yeah.
So, throughout the entire pre merge, I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit into the merge, I kind of had a feeling who the two were.
Yeah.
So I said, let me check, and I'm guessing it's the two that I think it's going to be. And I was wrong.
Oh.
I was right about Rizzo.
Yeah.
But I did not think it was going to be Savannah. I thought it was going to be Sophie.
Yeah. No.
Sophie B, to be clear.
Yeah, makes sense.
But even when I saw those two names of Rizzo and Savannah, I saw them just as names, not in the context of there's two other winners. There's probably a third winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It never crossed my mind to think like that. And because of that, if anything, when I saw it was Rizzo and Savannah, that made me think that they did not win.
Yeah.
So once we got closer to the end, I was like, oh no, it is Rizzo or Savannah winning. So in a way, I wasn't 100%, I wasn't really spoiled on
it. Yeah.
I really think this is a season where when you rewatch it, where did you have 49 ranked?
38. I think.
I truly think that when enough time passes and you rewatch it, I think you're gonna enjoy it more.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed 49. Without going into my rankings, I have it in my top half of New Era seasons. I'm pretty happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see it. It's kind of in the middle right now of the New Era, like of my rankings of the New Era. I could see it going up like a spot though easily.
It does kind of stink that there's this like weird pre-season shenanigans going on that like we only kind of know about. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, with the whole
like we don't know what exactly happened, and honestly, it doesn't affect my thoughts of the season.
Yeah,
it's just something noteworthy.
Yeah.
I am surprised that it hasn't come out who the names of the two people who are going to be on 49 and then weren't were.
Yeah, that's
because I would have thought that information would have leaked, but as far as I'm aware, it is not. I mean, those two probably know enough to keep their mouths shut. But...
at this point.
All right. Season 30. Well, not season 34, but ranked 34. Not season 34. Season 34 is already ranked.
I was going to say, we already talked about Game Changers. Come on.
I'm curious. I mean, obviously you have this information. I'm curious if we have any seasons where the season number and the season rank match. We got close with season 44, ranked at 43, but...
Yeah. I have to scroll through and look. Yeah. Number 34, we have Survivor. 45, ranked number 32 for me and number 35 for Rob.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
So we're kind of in the point where like I kind of put just a bunch of New Era seasons around here.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, oh, fucking no. Boy howdy. Let's start with the things I really dislike about the season, okay?
Okay.
This season's pre-merge might be one of my least favorite pre-merges of all time. It is purely because of losing both Hannah to a quit and then Sean effectively to a quit. Especially Sean, because I was rooting for him so fucking hard for him to go to tribal council on his swap tribe, where he's probably safe, and then be like, nah, vote me out. Everyone else here wants to be here so badly. I'll take the fall for you all. It's like, shut the fuck up. Play your game, Sean. That pissed me off so hard. Thankfully, from there, the season goes pretty high up, so. You there? Oh, right? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey,
hello?
there?
Hello? Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, wait, I see you talking. Wait, am I done?
Hi. Hello? Brett? Gotta love the tech issues. Hello, Brett?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi?
Hello, hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? You can't? Oh, let me join.
Hey, hey, hey. Hello?
Oh, I can hear you now. You like started talking about like, oh, this is what I dislike about season 45, and then like it's just for some reason it just like my headphones didn't turn off, but it just like
Boy,
I
well,
just couldn't
that's
hear you
tragic.
anymore.
So you telling me you missed my amazing rant?
Give me the cliff notes.
Alright.
Sure.
The cliff notes is it sucks that in the pre-merge we have two different people who effectively quit.
Yeah, yeah.
Losing Hannah because she wants to vape, she shouldn't have been on the season to begin with.
Oh yeah.
And then
Insane.
Sean, who I was rooting for from the fucking beginning, he was my winner pick, to lose him because he effectively goes in the swap tribe and is like, oh, I feel bad. Everyone here wants to be here so badly. I'll take the fall for it. Like, shut the fuck up, Sean. You are safe. Play your game, please.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy.
So that pissed me off. But thankfully, from there, the season starts getting a little better. Caleb is fun. Hitting that shot in the dark is fucking legendary. Emily is fun.
Yeah.
Seeing the basically the entirety of the final like 8 are all fun people to watch.
Agreed.
Um, I people people kept saying that D was like the best New Era winner. I have got to rewatch 45 to see D's game better because I don't see it, but I'm trusting in people.
Yeah. No, I mean I definitely see her up there for sure, but I also haven't rewatched the season or like a lot of the new era seasons in general, so
I just realized the final 3, all 3 of them were the same age.
really?
26.
Dang.
Um, but yeah, seeing Jake essentially have like a Charlie Brown season where he's like falling on his face every time, you kind of feel bad for him, but it's also a little funny.
Yeah.
No,
Almost has the moment at what is it, the final five where like he plays the idol for Katura, but then she doesn't trust him enough, so she doesn't vote with him. Like they could have taken D out there.
yeah,
Wild, insane. I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
yeah, no, D probably should have gone then.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
know.
nope.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame Jake for not telling Katura that he's gonna play the idol for her, because like, do you tell her that? She could easily just be like, "Yo, let's
Yeah,
all
no,
vote for Jake."
I'm looking at that final 5 vote. It's a 2 to 1 to 1 to 0 because D's vote for Katura gets canceled out. That is fucking wild. That is wild vote split, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone who could have gotten a vote had one cast against them.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Insane. I
So
think
yeah, I think on a rewatch, I would put 45 higher than I currently had it. But I haven't had a chance to rewatch it yet, so who knows, you know?
it's the first of the 90-minute new era like episodes we
Oh
get.
yeah,
Which,
it's such a breath of relief, you know?
yeah, no.
I'm shocked that after 44 seasons, now Survivor made the decision to go to 90-minute episodes. Better late than never. It makes me wish, though, that we had 90-minute episodes the whole way through.
Oh yeah, like for sure. I enjoyed 45. It's definitely on my upper half of new era seasons for sure.
It's like right around the midpoint for me.
Okay.
Technically, I ranked it as my second least favorite, but like on rewatching, I could probably bring it up higher. Like I said, ranking the only one that I was confident about putting in New Era was 48 near the bottom. After that, it was kind of a shit show for me. So, so yeah, I'm happy with where 45 is. All right. Rank 33.
We have at number 33 Survivor. Africa, ranked number 28 for me and number 38 for Rob. 10 season difference there. I'm not like super upset about Africa being where it's at. I think it's a good season to survive. I think there's some good characters on the season. You mentioned Lex before as one of your favorite players of those early
Oh yeah,
seasons.
Lex to me makes Africa as high as I put it.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, after Lex and Ethan and Tom and maybe T-Bird, I kind of don't give a shit about anyone else. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem with Africa is like, there's a couple of good people, but overall, most of the people I just don't care about.
Yeah. No. Very, very honest. Like the cast is very top heavy.
Yeah.
I really enjoy those characters at the top, which is why I kind of have it ranked where it is. But I do agree with you. I'm trying to remember some of those earlier boots, and it is not coming to me like whatsoever. So I think the location is cool though. I like Africa.
Oh, the
as
location
is
is
wild.
very interesting, very unique. It's cool that they went to. I think it was Kenya they went to.
Mm-hmm.
If not Kenya, maybe like Ethiopia or somewhere in that area. It was
Yeah.
really cool though. But like, for me, the old school seasons lack in a lot of strategic thinking.
Yeah.
So because of that, you really need the cast to be stellar, and it just isn't.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple good players, but not enough.
Yeah.
T-Bird should have been on second chance. I will say that.
Yeah. No. First, 100%. 100%.
Especially over friggin' Monica Padilla, who I still couldn't tell you anything about her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really have anything else to say about Africa. Very interesting and controversial, the Final Four Immunity Challenge.
Oh yeah, didn't we just talk about that like recently? I swear we did. The whole thing about
I think so.
Yeah, one of them like the question Survivor had the question wrong. Yeah. That is
big
wild.
fuck up on Survivor's part. Mm-hmm. But I mean, even then, none of the controversy really happens like on the show, so it's like not even something that's like really boost the season up. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, I don't really have much to say about Africa. It's a season. If I want to watch an old school season, there's better old school seasons to watch.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, what do we got at 32?
Coming in at number 32, we have the first season I watched live. Survivor 43, ranked number 34 for me and number 32 for you. We are in a pretty good agreement here at the placement.
Yeah. It is 43 is probably the single season I had the hardest ranking of.
Yeah.
Having not been able to rewatch the season with the knowledge that Gabler wins, I just don't know what to think of it. My hunch is that 43 is like a Gabo. That's my hunch. But I'm very interested on a rewatch. I will also say, 43 I'm very likely going to rewatch over the next couple months. So, it'll be interesting to see what my thoughts are then of if Gabler is a good winner or what's going on there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, it
was just so weird of a season.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, first season
Who else was even on 43? Fuck.
We had Jesse, Jesse
shit,
Cody.
Jesse! Yeah. Holy shit, I loved Jesse. I loved Owen. Cassidy was chill. Carla was chill. Cody was enjoyable. Everyone else I kind of don't remember. Oh, Noelle was interesting to see her. Noelle has one of the biggest comebacks of any Survivor challenge I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
where she is like out of an individual challenge, runs up to the last leg, and then like one-shots it.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive. Oh, 43 has possibly my favorite first boot. I wanted Mariah to do so much better than she did.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
If you want to bring another first boot back, bring Mariah back, please. I also vaguely remember NECA and kind of liking her, so maybe that's another one you could bring back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm excited to rewatch 43.
No, it's I don't know. It's an interesting season. People kind of crap on it a little bit because of like the whole Gabler winning thing. I don't know if I'd say Gabler's like a crazy good winner. Going into it though, I was like rooting hard for him because it was like I
Really?
said, it was like the first season I watched live, and at the time, like something I would randomly do, like a lot of Yao Man, I was rooting hard for him. Like sometimes I'd randomly
Ooh.
something I noticed is like I'd randomly like root for the older person for some like the older person, like kooky older person was like, oh
I
yeah, I
got
want
that.
them to win. Like that
I mean,
was
it's
my
kind of like me and 44 rooting for Carolyn. I got
yeah.
it.
I was rooting hard for him, but like the whole time I'm like, yeah, he's probably not gonna win, and then he did, and I was so shocked. I was like,
I
oh my god.
remember going into Final Tribal and saying to myself, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be Owen or is it gonna be Cassidy? Owen or Cassidy? Owen or Cassidy? And then, like, it's not until the Gabler votes actually start being read out loud that I realize what's happening. And my
Mm-hmm.
mouth fucking drops. It is like the most shocked I was at who won a Survivor season since probably like Michelle losing Cobra or Michelle winning Cobra.
Yeah, no, insane.
And it's still like the most shocked I have been at a winner. I think every other New Era season, except for maybe like 41, I kind of knew who was gonna win going into it.
Mm-hmm.
But nope, Gabler was so off my radar as a winner. That's why I'm excited to rewatch it and be like, all right, Gabler, let me see your game again. What the fuck have I been missing?
Yeah.
Oh, and how is Jesse not on 50?
For like what like my favorite part of the season is that episode. I think it's the penultimate episode before the finale, where he uses Cody's idol, like basically to take out Cody, and there's that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like amazing episode of television. That was great.
Jesse played Survivor like a fucking gangster, and it was one of the most badass things I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
If Jesse never comes back to Survivor, then Survivor fucked up. But I'm fairly certain that Jesse was high up in the running for 50, and I feel like he's a shoo-in for the next returning season.
Yeah,
because like even in pre-season stuff for 50, I remember there was like a pre-season thing in New York City or whatever where they had like 4 different Survivor players, and Jesse was one of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, clearly Jesse is still someone that Survivor's in touch with. So, like, what the fuck? I will theorize this, okay?
Yeah.
I am theorizing that Jesse was an alternate for 50 if a New Era man had to drop last second.
Mm-hmm.
Pure
I
theory.
could see that.
Pure theory.
Mm-hmm. It's tougher. Like I feel like, bro, like he just should have been on, in my opinion. Like there's a couple people I'd be like, especially like the New Era men, like Joe. I throw him in over Joe. Like
I'd throw him in over Joe.
Even Kyle. I like Kyle. But Kyle just won.
Well.
He like just
maybe
won.
Well.
Like, do we need Kyle? Even though I love him.
I don't think we needed winners at all. Honestly, cut D as well.
Yeah.
I enjoy D, but like there's better people we could have on.
Mm-hmm.
Cut D, put on Carolyn. Come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? But yeah, 43 is fun.
It has a special place in my heart, like just as the first season I watched live and how like crazy the ending was.
Oh yeah. The first season you watch live will always hold a special place in your heart. I look at where I put the first season I watched live.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do we got in 31?
Number 31. We have a very large disparity here, I will say. Very incredibly large, I will say.
Okay. Is it one you have low or I have low?
I have it very low.
Oh, so it's a season I have much higher.
Yes.
Okay, can I take a guess?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right. Looking at my list, looking at what was already said, I'm gonna guess Edge of Extinction.
That is not correct.
All right,
We
what is it?
have
Ooh.
at number 31 Survivor One World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, number 47 for me, number 18 for Rob. Bit of a rank disparity there.
So let me explain, okay?
Yeah.
For the longest time, I had One World right next to Redemption Island.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's literally where I have it.
But like, One World's fucking funny, dude. There are so many funny moments. You have fucking the men willingly giving up immunity to go to tribal. You have Colton, who's being an absolute asshole, who I don't like Colton, to be clear.
Mhm.
But then he also gets his comeuppance in a medevac, which I'm not gonna laugh if he's actually in pain, but the irony of it is a little funny, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You have Kat, who's fucking hilarious on the season. Troyzan is fun to watch. Tarzan is fun to watch. Leaf is sleeping in a box. Honestly, what is the, like, yes, you have a situation where Kim is steamrolling it to the end, but it is a comedy fest the entire way through. Redemption Island is boring as fuck to watch. One World is just hilarious and how well Kim actually runs the fucking game. It is it is so funny to me. Now, maybe putting it at rank 18 is a little high, but like, it's fucking funny, dude. I don't know. I love One World.
Yeah.
That is probably one of the seasons I've changed the most on over the last like couple of years. Maybe if I rewatch it, I'll be like, what am I talking about? This season sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have not rewatched One World since I first saw it.
Really?
No, I mean
Rewatch it. Rewatch it. It has
okay.
Nicaraguan like Gabon upside to the way.
Because from what I remember the pre-merge being very like funny, goofy with the whole, you know, like you said, the men giving up immunity, all that. And like in my head though, I don't remember much of anything after that. Like I remember it was like, was it like Troyzan versus everybody, like for like a little bit where he's like the last guy standing.
Fun. You have Alicia, who's like,
oh, I do remember her.
I'm trying to think of how to explain it. There's a genre of Survivor players where they are horrible people, but they're fun television.
Yeah.
And two shining examples of that are Alicia and Colton.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, never want to see Colton again, especially after what happened on Blood vs. Water with him.
Mm-hmm.
But he is kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
It's fucked what who is it that he's fucking belittling so much? Fucking
yeah. I don't remember what the guy's name was. I remember him
Christina, was it? No, not Christina. Edna? No. Edna's a different season. What who? There was someone that he talked so much shit about.
Yeah.
And I cannot for the life of me. It must have been Christina. Who's Edna? Edna's on fucking South Pacific. That's why I'm confused. It must have been Christina that he was saying horrible things to.
Yeah.
But like, you know, sucks that she went through that. But like, you also have to be like, when someone on Survivor says, you can either be voted out, quit, or jump in that fire for all I care. I mean, you kind of have to laugh at the absurdity of it, I think.
No.
You know.
I mean, for the
fucked
record,
up, but like, it's a fun kind of fucked up. Not like a dark kind. It's not dark like,
no.
Like, Thailand or anything like that, you know. It's more like Worlds Apart almost. Although even Worlds Apart kind of toes the line there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand One World being low. I used to have it that low as well.
I would love for the twist to come back, at least, like, for the record. Yeah. I think we talked about this the last time on the last episode. Like, I do think it is a great twist. I would love for it to come back.
Oh, 100% it should come back. 100% it should come back. Yeah. There's probably other fun moments. Oh my god, the memory challenge. Oh my god, do you remember that?
No, my memory.
They do a fucking challenge where they have to have one person from each tribe look at like a series of objects. When they think they've memorized it, they pull the lever so that the screen drops, and then they have to put the objects in order.
Yeah.
And there's these two people, I forget who it is against who. They have to do it like 7 times because they keep fucking up, and they just do a montage, and it's the funniest shit ever.
That'd be me if I was on Survivor. I have a terrible memory for like memory challenges and stuff like that. I am terrible.
I think it was like Cat versus like Tarzan.
Oh god.
Like it was. I remember the very first thing. There's Jeff reveals it, and someone pulled the lever in like half a second, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you doing? There's no way you saw that in time." And they just like tried to take a YOLO guess and was just wrong. Like, no, I like One World.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to give it a rewatch. Like I said, I don't remember a lot about it besides it, like kind of initial stuff, and then just like kind of Kim cooking till the end. But yeah,
no, the men really fucked the season up. They could have done so many things to like win the season, and they choke it so hard.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, rank 30.
All right, number 30, we have Survivor Vanuatu. Coming in at number 40 for Rob, and number 43 for Rob, and number 21 for myself. So I've got quite a bit higher than you. Quite a bit.
Remember back when we talked about All Stars? How I was like, there's one old school season I have that I would probably jump up like 15 spots right now. It was Vanuatu.
Oh, I love to hear that from you because I was gonna be like I don't know. I love Vanuatu. Yeah, it is great. I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight, but now that you say that,
no, I think there's another season that we're gonna fight over instead. But Vanuatu, I do believe I made a mistake in my rating. It probably should be higher.
Yeah.
I think part of the issue I have with Vanuatu is there's a lot of it that I do not remember. I could not tell you a single thing about the pre-merge. Not a single fucking thing.
I remember Chris almost getting eliminated in the first episode because he was terrible on the balance beam.
That's really about all I got.
I think he got swapped. Was it him? I remember like the men got swapped onto a tribe with like majority women, and they were like all terrified, and the women were in power. Which is, granted, like most of the rest of the season is all the women in power. But
yeah,
I don't know. Reason I love the season is just watching. Like, there's some great personalities. Eliza's funny. Amy is also, very, very, she seems very strategic, like, from the season. Her, and then Twyla.
Twyla and Scout.
Yeah, Twyla and Scout. And then just Chris somehow navigating all the way to the end. Like, watching it for the first time was just like, oh my god. Like, because one of the first seasons I watched was like, we'll get to it, sometime in the future. Panama. I was like, oh, I don't know why. I was like rooting for Terry so hard to get to the end, and he did not make it, obviously. And then like Vanuatu, I'm like, oh, I want Chris to make it to the end so bad, and he actually did, and he won the game. I was like, oh my god, I love it. This is great. I was like, finally, like I was just waiting for the shoe to drop and for him to get taken out, but no, he played it like masterfully. Like it is crazy.
Yeah. He played the ending game so well. Like he should not have won, but he did.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. But yeah, it's a fun season. One of the things I think so many people forget about this season, because it has nothing to do with Survivor in the slightest, but the fact that an earthquake happens.
Oh yeah.
I remember that remains one of my favorite confessionals of all time. And it just has nothing to do with what's actually being said. Or I couldn't even tell you who was in the confessional. But they're filming a confessional. and all of a sudden you just start to see the ground shake, and like there's no reaction at first, and then all of a sudden the Survivor contestant like grabs the rocks they're on. They're just like, "What is going on?" And then the camera just cuts and it's showing the ground shaking. All the players are just like, "What in the world was that?" It's like, that's so cool.
Oh, 100%.
Dudes, I know Survivor's staying in Fiji. They should go back to Vanuatu. That'd be fun.
Go somewhere, you know?
Dude, I want to go to so many places in the world. Vanuatu's one of them, of course. So.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's why I kind of put it a little lower, is like, honestly, besides the final 7 onward, I don't remember shit about the season. Like,
yeah.
I think rewatching it, I'd be like, oh yeah, this is fun, but I just don't remember a lot of it.
No, that's a season I'd love to like rewatch, because I haven't seen it in so long. But
fair enough.
Yeah, no, I mean honestly, I think I've had it higher than I've had it before, or like I've had it higher than I have it right now. Like at points, I do very, very much enjoy the season, but yeah.
All right. 29.
All right,
29.
Number 29. We have Survivor. Samoa. Okay. Ranked number 40 for Rob and number 24 for me. Bit of a difference there. I'm assuming I know a lot of your complaints in the season.
You're very pro Samoa. I'm a little surprised.
No, yeah. It might be. See, a lot of my rankings can come from the heart, right? Like Samoa's a season. This is so. A little backstory. I mostly watch Survivor by myself, right? Like not a lot of my friends are super into Survivor. Recently I've been able to watch it like with my girlfriend, which has been great to actually like watch Survivor with somebody. But you know, during my whole little quest of binge watching Survivor, there was a time where a couple of my friends were actually like, "Oh yeah, I'd be down to watch like a couple seasons." And Samoa was one of the seasons I watched with a couple of my friends, and we had a great time watching the season. So I think that does add to it being kind of higher up for me. Does Russell get an insane amount of screen time and nobody else gets any? Yes, this is true. Did I enjoy watching him run around? Yeah, I did. Do I get why he lost? 100%. I'm not going to say he was robbed. I think both.
Good, because I would start fighting you on that.
No. I think out of the two, I think Samoa is the one. Like between that and Heroes Villains, I think Samoa's the one where like if he changed some things, I think he had the better chance of actually winning. Like I think I don't know if I say played better, but I guess I'd say his social game was slightly better in Samoa. I think he probably got more. I'd have to look it up how many jury votes he got in Samoa compared to. I think he only got. I don't even know if he got any in Heroes Villains, but yeah, no. I enjoyed watching. So I've only seen it once. I enjoyed watching it the one time I did, and I understand the complaints, which I'm assuming you probably have with the season.
Oh boy, do I! So I enjoy Russell Hantz on Survivor. The dude does not need 105 confessionals. There are 7 episodes of Samoa. 7 episodes of Samoa where the winner does not get a single confessional.
Yeah, that's wild.
7. That includes episode 12, where there is only 8 people in the game. Natalie White, not a single confessional.
Yeah. Insane.
Now then, what happens if you take away Russell Hantz? Well, on the cast, I enjoy Shambo.
Yep.
I enjoy Shambo. I don't know what else to think. Because I don't get to see anyone else. The next highest after Shambo, because Shambo has the second most confessionals, the next highest is Jason at 34, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about Jason. I forgot there was a Jason in the season.
I remember him, kind of. Not much about him.
Mick, I remember being feckless, apparently.
Hey, they had Brett, though. They had a Brett. He he didn't really exist. But
dude, you are better than that Brett, almost certainly.
He
All right,
spawned in as
come
the
on.
final boss randomly at the end of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah,
Which
it's
is
like
funny.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting to see. It's always fun to see like the underdogs come up and win,
Yeah.
but there are seasons like Tocantins, and I would argue 49 that do it way better than this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would take 49 over Samoa in a heartbeat.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I put Samoa at 40. I'm standing by that. I don't think Samoa's
Understandable.
that good of a season. I think it suffers from a lot of editing mishaps. If the editing is done better, it can be fine as a season.
Yeah.
But they went so hard in on Russell Hantz in an effort to show and prove why he needed to be on Heroes vs. Villains that it did Samoa a disservice. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I saw somewhere where people described Samoa as Heroes vs. Villains Part 1.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, you're not wrong. It sucks. And that's coming from someone who actually doesn't hate Russell Hantz. Like, if they wanted to bring Russell Hantz back on 50, I'd be shocked. But I wouldn't have hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, okay, bold decision. But sure.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know. You don't have to go this hard on him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially to bury the winner as bad as you did. That's unforgivable to me. So, that's why I don't like Samoa.
Somehow left the game. Awesome. Hello.
Huh?
Oh, hi.
Hi. Oh, what happened?
Oh no, I like. I've just been talking without like touching my keyboard for so long. My computer's like went into sleep mode for like half a second.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I think I
Oh,
still heard you talking during that, but
yeah.
all right.
Oh, Samoa. Yeah, no, understandable. I agree with all your complaints. Do I have it too high? Probably. But
It's
yeah.
all right. I do the same thing with fucking Ghost Island.
Okay, are we going to 25? Is that our plan?
I think we
We're
go to
entering the final stretch.
26 because if we go to
26.
26,
Okay.
then it's the top 25 together.
Yep.
So we'll do rank 28, 27, 26.
All right. Final stretch. Okay. Yep. So, number 28, we have Survivor. Guatemala coming in. Number 36 for me. Number 24 for Rob. Yeah. That first challenge, that's my first thought of the season. That first challenge is crazy in Guatemala.
Dude, I don't know quite how to explain this. Guatemala has. I have always had a soft spot in my heart for Guatemala.
Okay.
Like, I've tried to think about why it's the case that I do, but like, I have never been able to quite put my finger on it. I just like Guatemala.
Yeah.
Going into Winners at War, the single winner I was the most excited to see come back was Danny. Very disappointed in how she did because she admittedly played like shit.
Yeah.
But I was so happy that they at least gave her the chance to come back.
Mm-hmm.
It is absolutely insane to me that I think Survivor Guatemala's cast is fucking stacked, and the fact that none of them have come back ever blows my fucking mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So hang on, let me remind you of some of the amazingness. You ready?
Yep.
You have Rafe, who is an amazing strategist.
Love Rafe.
Who absolutely wins the season, except much like Ian in the previous season of Palau, Rafe, right at the end, kind of just does himself in. Where he goes over to Danny and is just like, hey, I understand if you need to take me out. I know we made a promise to take each other to the final two. I won't force you to stick to that promise. Now, if Rafe doesn't say that, does Danny hold to the promise? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But, Rafe, what are you doing? I think Rafe wins against Danny, and I think Rafe wins against Stephanie. So, like, Rafe was playing an amazing game. Then you have Lydia. Lydia is just a funny person to watch.
Yeah.
You have Judd, who is really fun.
Yeah, didn't he tell them when he got voted out? I swear he said, like, oh, I hope you guys get eaten by, like, crocodiles or
Yeah,
he
he
said something
literally
funny.
goes, I hope you guys get eaten by a freaking crocodile.
Yeah, I loved him. He was great.
You have Gary, who plays quite an interesting game for the time period of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, those are fun people to see. I just learned that one of the players, oh wow. I'm trying to think if I'm allowed to say what I want to say. I can probably say what I want to say.
Okay.
One of the players on the season, Amy, I don't remember Amy. The city she's from is the city I taught in for a couple of years.
Oh, interesting.
So there's actually a chance that I could have run into her and never known it.
Yeah.
Fucking pre-merge, you have the strategy of bait Blake, which is a really funny strategy. I don't know if you remember that at all, but
No.
so I'm trying to remember who actually does the. Oh, I think it's Brian who does the strategy, and he doesn't make it that much further. But he's basically on a swap tribe, and it looks like he's in trouble and going to be the next one voted out. But he realizes that the tribe is starting to get annoyed with Blake and the stories he tells. So what Brian does is he basically eggs on Blake to tell as many of these stories as possible, to the point where Blake annoys the tribe so much that he gets voted out instead of Brian.
Hey.
Now, it only bought Brian 2 rounds in the game, but hey, it worked for a little bit.
Yeah.
So, like, there's just a lot of fun characters in the season, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, not Amazon, again, Panama also has a lot of fun people on, and we've seen a lot of the fun people from Panama come back. Why have we not seen Guatemala people come back? I don't understand why.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've always kind of enjoyed Guatemala.
Yeah, no, it's one of the seasons where I think I already not that I have it ranked super high. I've already kind of moved it up a little bit, and I could see myself moving it
Hell,
up
I
even
could
more.
move it up more.
Yeah.
I could. Lower Ghost Island.
Hey.
Wild that I put Ghost Island over Guatemala, but you know it is what it is.
Hey,
I will
it's
say
hard.
there's one season that I'm surprised between the two of us hasn't come up yet. So.
Oh, I'm so interested if it's going to be one of the two next ones.
Well, maybe it will be. Speaking of which, what do we got ranked at 27?
Okay, so this is your turn to get mad at me.
Why? Because you put something really low?
Yeah, and retrospect, I wouldn't mind.
I have a guess.
I'm doing some damage control. This is the one, I think I told you before, there was one season in particular where I was like, oh, I would move it up higher. But I was already doing the math, so I'm like, I'm not going to mess with anything. But yeah, this is a season you have pretty high. Coming in at number 27, we have Survivor. Number 42! 42,
no.
42.
Okay, it's that one. Now, honestly, on hindsight, I think it should be a little lower.
Okay. Well, you have it at number 15.
I do.
I have it at number 41, so it's a bit of a difference.
The thing that's worth keeping in mind is that when I submitted this ranking to you, besides season 50, 42 was the most recent one I'd seen.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like almost a little bit of backwards recency bias. But let me talk about what I do like about 42, okay?
Okay.
Marianne is my favorite winner of the new era. Nothing will stop that.
Hell yeah.
I love Marianne. She is such a bright spot in Survivor. She is amazing to watch. Her gameplay goes from laughably bad to making one of the most brilliant fucking moves near the end of the game. I love her arc over the course of the game.
Yep.
honestly, seeing fucking Omar on 42, Omar plays an amazing game as well. I think it's tragic that he's not on 50. I think Omar absolutely should have been on 50.
Mm-hmm.
You have other people like Mike, who's playing kind of like a loyalty game, but like, at least in my opinion, a slightly more interesting loyalty the game than, say, Joe.
Yeah.
Romeo, again, someone who's not playing a good game. Kind of fun, though, to watch. Jonathan, not playing a good game in 42, but now especially seeing what he does in 50, I'd be interested to watch 42 again to see if there's any inkling that Jonathan has strategy. I don't think there is, but maybe now that I know that he can have strategy, I'll notice things, smaller things, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You have Drea, Hyde, Tori. I love so much of this cast. Like, I genuinely liked probably 12 out of 18 people in this cast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only people that I'm like, I don't remember you are like Maria, Jenny. That might actually be it.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks that Jackson was not completely honest about medical things. And that resulted in Jackson being pulled from the season.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to be honest. I know there's people who are like, oh, that's so selfish of him. He probably did not realize how big of a deal it was. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying this as someone who I myself have a medical condition that I have been concerned would just completely disqualify me from being on Survivor.
Yeah.
I'll even say what it is. I don't care. It's sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed with sleep apnea around a year and a half ago. So when I sleep, I have to use a CPAP machine. Would that disqualify me from Survivor? I don't know. But have I thought about keeping that off of medical things for Survivor? Yeah, I've considered it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fucked to say, but you want to be on Survivor. You know, I can understand. I can sympathize with them. That's what I'm getting
at.
Yeah. Do we have company? Do they hear a wandering trader?
I know we've been here for a while. Another visitor.
Another visit. Well, the visitor's not wandering on the set this time, at least.
Yeah. We got.
You know,
defenses.
if you hear the little meh, in the background, you know, just ignore it. But no, I really do enjoy 42. That being said, not to go into my own personal rankings, but to have it as my highest of seasons 41 through 49 is probably fucking insane. But it's because it's one of only 2 of those seasons that I've rewatched, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I feel confident that, you know, looking at the ones that we haven't ranked yet, which I believe is like 47, 46, I feel like on a rewatch, I probably do put those higher than 42.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the chance to rewatch it yet.
Yeah, 42, I think I binge watched both of them. I watched 41 and 42 like very like close to each other. So in my head, a lot of the time they were like the both of their cast, like in my head, like kind of like would morph together a little bit.
No. The 42 cast is so much better than the 41 cast.
No, yeah.
Night and day.
I could see myself putting it a little bit higher for sure. Marianne, great winner. There are some cool people on the cast. But yeah, no, I thought you were gonna come at me a little harder about. I thought your 42 love was, you know, because it is a very big rank disparity here. So I thought.
I mean, it is a big disparity because you had it at what 40 something?
Yeah, like 41.
Yeah, I mean, I think you are low on it. I'll be honest. But like, I think where we averaged out, I think is a fair placement.
Yeah.
All right, last one for this part.
Yep, and
it'll be only bangers from there.
It's a Whoa, who say this one isn't a banger, huh?
Well, you know, maybe it is. I don't know.
Well, you particularly say this one isn't a banger. I will say.
Ooh, is this the one that I'm gonna fight you on?
Probably.
All
I feel
right,
like
let's
you
go
might have.
for it. We're gonna end
Th-
off with a fight.
This, I'd have to go through them all and do the math, but this might be our largest rank
Yeah.
disparity.
All right. And
I
yeah,
will
I'm
say
pretty sure I
that,
know what you're about to say.
yeah, 26, final one of the episode. We have Survivor. Palau, ranked number 44 for Rob. And for me, I have it ranked in the top 10 at number 9.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
Palau at number 9.
I do.
All
I
right.
do.
Change my mind. Why is Palau a good season?
Why? Well, okay. Well, why do I have to go first? But
All right, you want me to go first? I'll go first.
sure.
I can't tell you a single fucking thing that happened on the season
See,
besides one tribe getting completely annihilated. Couldn't tell you a single person on that tribe besides Stephanie and Bobby John, mind you. Couldn't tell you anything that happened during that whole stretch of things. We get to Stephanie, who, it's a miracle she survived as long as she did. But then we get to the other tribe. They just start picking people off. As far as I'm concerned, nothing fucking happens. Nothing happens in Palau. It's really, really cool. The final 3 immunity challenge. That is like my amazing highlight, is watching Ian and Tom stand up there for 12 hours. And then Ian giving in so that he can get his friendship back. That is awesome. What the fuck else happened? Please enlighten me.
Oh, I mean, you hit the highlights, and I'll agree with you. Like, those were the highlights. Stephanie, being the sole survivor tribe, I thought was great.
I couldn't even tell you how she ended up as the sole survivor.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, neither of us have rewatched the season recently. That's okay. I couldn't tell you about many of the other people. I think the storyline of her making it, as the final person was cool. I think there were some cool challenges they did too. One of them I remember specifically is the one where they're running. I think they're in the water. They're running in a circle. And they have to catch up to the person.
That is a cool challenge. I'll give you that. I do remember.
That I remember that one as one of the ones. And watching their tribe, just I mean, Tom and Ian and the other people on that tribe, I mean, they were just, they cooked them. Opening up the season though, we have, I mean, inherently not a great twist, but they have the little schoolyard pick, right? Where what's the lady's name? Wanda, I think that's her name.
Yeah, Wanda.
Yeah, Wanda. Unfortunately, gets sent out the airlock.
We should have gotten at least a full episode of Wanda.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see. This is funny. Before watching Guatemala, I knew there was at least one returnee. So the whole time I'm like, oh my god, what? I think was it just one person that got eliminated, or was there 2? Was it Wanda and someone else? I don't remember.
Wanda and someone else. Wanda and Jonathan, his name was.
See, the whole time I was like, oh wait, there's 2 returnees in Guatemala. I thought it was gonna be Wanda and the other person, were gonna be the people.
The rumor is that that's what it was going to be.
Yeah. Okay.
It was going to be the 2 of them. Mm-hmm. However, after seeing what happened with Palau, Survivor was like, wait a minute. We could do something way better.
Yeah.
And, I think they did make the right decision. I think it's better to do
understandable.
Bobby John and Stephanie. Because imagine if you're, playing Guatemala, and then your captains are friggin' Jonathan, who, or I will say, as far as I can tell, Jonathan seemed like a decent player.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, he's taken out because he's going a little too hard in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then Wanda, she's just kooky. She was gonna be the first boot no matter what.
Yeah. I think Kobe. I think that's his name. Is it Kobe? I think it's Colby, which is funny.
I don't remember him.
He should. Colby was funny. For the longest time, I thought this Colby was the Colby, because I watched this before Australia. I was like, oh, this is the Colby everybody's talking about? I thought it was a little interesting, because he was I think he was the merge boot of the season. Very funny. He wasn't really sipping the Kool-Aid of Tom and everybody else. Very, very cool to see. I thought the end game was very fun, watching the girls try to kind of poison Ian against Tom. And then, he kind of gets wind of it. And then, Tom tries to take out Ian, but then Ian survives. And that kind of leads up until what you said, which is ultimately one of the, greatest Survivor challenges, which is them up on that pole, which is just phenomenal. Like great challenge to watch. I think I've seen I don't know if they both got. I know one of them got like permanent like nerve damage in their feet because they were up on that pole for so long in the night. Just an insane challenge.
Here's a fun aside. I remember my first year of college.
Yeah.
I was watching Survivor, and my RA stopped by or something. I was talking with him. Somehow the conversation of Survivor came up. I was like, "Oh, do you watch Survivor?" He was like, "No, but I'm actually friends, or my parents are best friends with someone who was on a Survivor season."
Ooh.
And I'm like, "Oh, who?" And not really believing him. And then he fucking says, "Oh, Tom Westman."
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
like, "What?" I'm like, if you're gonna lie about being friends with someone in Survivor, that's not a name you would pull out of nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, I'm inclined to believe him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, "Oh, you're like family friends with Tom Westman." Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. No, Tom, I like Tom as a winner. I like that there's also like he does do like some manipulating too of Ian, like whether it's intentional or not. There is like kind of like, oh, like he's kind of like, you know, you could see it as like a darker side of thing. Like like Ian basically just like quitting at the end too, and just be like, just take her. Poor Ian. Like I was low key, I was rooting for Ian a little bit for a while. Like
I was too.
Yeah. I think
Granted,
Tom.
I will say I did watch Palau knowing who won.
Yeah. Okay. I like Tom. I think Tom. I loved him in Heroes Villains too. Him, JT, and Colby like concoct a little plan that ends up actually. I guess now that Survivor 50 exists, it's not the most like normal way of Suri getting eliminated, but for a long time, that was like when JT, Tom, and Colby come together.
And Heroes vs. Villains.
Yes. I'm just glazing Tom right now. How I very much like Tom.
Oh, okay. I was like, why are we talking about? I was so confused why we started talking about that.
No, yeah. I'm just glazing Tom. I really enjoyed him in Heroes Villains as well. I enjoyed Ian a lot. I enjoyed Tom a lot. I enjoyed Stefan a lot. That is why I very much enjoyed the season.
I mean, if you want to enjoy it, fine. I
will. I'll enjoy it so hard. I'm gonna enjoy it even harder now.
I personally feel pretty good about where I have Palau. It's not a season I particularly want to go rewatch. I already mentioned that like I don't particularly care for a lot of the old era seasons, and
yeah,
in my mind, there's way better old era seasons than Palau to watch. So
I think I got like one above it, maybe one.
I don't know. Alrighty then. Oh my god, we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
And we're only halfway through. That's what I was afraid of doing. That's why I was like, maybe we break this into 2 parts. Alright, so I'm trying to see here. So I'm gonna try my best to say the seasons that we have not ranked yet. And I'm gonna do my best to put them in chronological order. So try to correct me if I say something wrong.
Okay, yeah.
So left to rank in order would be Borneo.
Yep.
Australia.
Yep.
Amazon.
Yep.
Pearl Islands.
Correct.
I believe next would be Panama.
Yep.
Cook Islands.
Mm-hmm.
China.
Yep.
Micronesia.
Yep.
Gabon.
Of course.
Tocantins.
Mm-hmm.
Heroes vs. Villains.
Yep.
South Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
Blood vs. Water.
Yep.
Cagayan.
Mm-hmm.
San Juan del Sur.
Yep.
Second Chance.
Mm-hmm.
Go Wrong.
Yep.
Millennials Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
David vs. Goliath.
Yep.
Edge of Extinction,
Still in there. Still in there.
which is the one I'm a little surprised because I would have thought, not to go into it, I would have thought one of us would have put it pretty low, but maybe we're surprising each other here.
Yeah.
Winners at War.
Yep.
And then I think it's just 46, 47, and 50, right?
Yep.
Alrighty then. It'll be interesting to see what comes out on top.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at, out of those ones, which one my lowest ranked is, and it's what I have at rank 36. I won't say what it is, but
Oh yeah.
I think that's the lowest ranked out of those 25 that I have.
Okay.
What's the, without saying what season, what's the lowest ranked thing that you still have?
Oh, let me see.
Obviously, without saying the name of it.
I have one left that is at 30 still. That's the lowest rank I have.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. For me, my lowest is at 36, and then my next lowest is at 31. So.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this very long discussion. Feel free to post your rankings in the comments. I love seeing people's thoughts and rankings. Tell us who's right and wrong about Palau as well as other seasons.
Yeah, and if you say I'm wrong, I'm gonna flag the comment. It's not gonna be lasted.
And if you say I'm wrong, then I will be mature about it and allow you to have your opinion.
Oh, boo, boo.
Alright then. See you, everyone.
All right, later.